All right.
All right.
Oh man.
Let's see. Now I'll just type out some stuff real quick. All right, I did a quote retweet off your original tweet. Just size it a little bit there for the chat, so I have that just in case. All right. And then online match or no? Oh, no! I don't care about my ranking on PS4. Please stop communicating with the server.
Oh my goodness.
Very good. Very good. You know, we did it, team. We did it.
We got there. We got there.
Right. It took. Oh crap! There's one more thing I've got to do. I did not delete the alert box, or at least turn it off.
I was about to say I forgot.
Thank you for doing that, because I would have just been halfway through and dude would have been dancing. I'm like, oh, my bad. Let's see. All right.
My bad. They just kind of smoothing.
Yeah. All right. I think that's everything. Room type, winner can stay, because we don't use rematches online in tournament, correct?
It does. There's sometimes the what you call it. Sometimes we'll get kicked out. I don't know if they've changed it or not. So it's probably safer just to have the no rematch.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No rematch.
All right. Create room specific. All right. I'll get you the code here in a second. Where is
Welcome.
staff chat? All right. 43 FLHU. That almost said FU, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. All right. I think we have done it. We've done it, team.
We got there.
Oh, I forgot I dressed so like this. This is awesome. Okay. All right. All right, for anyone who's coming over from the original Vortex Gallery stream, thank you so much for your patience. We have gone through hell and back to make sure this tournament goes live, but we are here for you. We've done it. We're here at Guilty Gear Strive. My boy Bojack in the back.
How's it going? Yeah, after like, oh my goodness, of tons of delays, so many tech issues, we finally were able to get everything together and get it all working over our Ryudo stream. So thank you for hosting this now.
No, absolutely. Well, I'm not gonna say it's no problem, but the problem is now yesterday.
Absolutely.
But definitely finally got a stream set up here. So this is very off the cuff, last second. So if there's any sound problems, any sort of screen issues, anything like that, please let me know, because I got this going in the last quarter. Beyond the last quarter, it's overtime now. So if there's anything wrong, let me know.
Yeah, this is second overtime, the fourth down. You almost got another one coming up, but
right. Actually, Bojack, I'm going to ask you a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Can you have the link ready for any Matcherino / whatchamacallit, the tournament bracket stuff, so that
yes,
in that way that's like you can post it into the chat, because I don't have chatbot set up, and I think that's at this point it's gone.
I will grab the links to those right away. I have the link to the bracket. I need to grab the match arena.
Ah, yes.
Let me.
All right, I'm going to assume these two players are the ones we are looking for.
It should be Larry Cage and Chankla. Where did the match arena go? Oh, it's probably in the... We're looking. We're finding, we're schmoving.
Lobby code, we got that. All right, yeah, there's a Mascherino in there.
Perfect. Thank you very much. All right.
Sweet. Oh yeah, you both got that in there. Sweet. Yo, you are ballin'. Love you much. I'm gonna get a sticky note for myself, just so I also can have it on the ready. Oh, we actually have done that. Oh no. Hopefully it's not interrupting your stream experience, Bojack.
No, it's all good.
Okay, good, because my literally hundreds of notes just opened up. And I'm like, oh, that is the worst function on this whole thing. Just like, open one note, please. Just a singular note.
True. Yeah, no, I'm only seeing the OBS, so that is fine by me.
Cool, perfect. All right, that's there for me whenever I need it. All right, I think it's done. We've done it. We're real gaming now.
Absolutely, and if you want to keep real gaming, you can head over to the Matcherino and claim one of those codes. We do actually have 78 codes left out of 100, so if you are just tuning in, make sure to go over there. It is in the chat. I will also post it once more to go over there and just hit that claim code. Super easy. It helps the players who have stuck around after this long wait.
Yeah.
That have been just trying to play some gear.
Right. Just imagine you think, I'm just gonna go online and play some Guilty Gear today. That's funny. That's a real joke and a gaff.
What a hoot.
Yeah. It's not that easy. First you have to set up a whole PS4 and update it from basically scratch. There we
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Alright, so if we do have the first people as they proclaim, we should have Larry Cage versus Mika, if I can say that correctly. So let me go ahead and change the names on here, because I'm going to have to start doing that. Alright. And I do not know who is who quite yet. I think...
I want to say it should be Larry Cage on left.
Okay.
It might be. I'm not entirely sure. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll play it by ear. I'm going to type the longer name first.
That's the tech.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, I did not lock that. Let me lock that too. There's gonna be a lot of jank here. Please bear with us while we get everything going there.
Absolutely.
All right, and we'll just assume this is Larry Cage, and if they're wrong, I flip them up. That's fine.
Yep.
Larry Cage. God, that's a good name though. Hell
It is.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So I do believe with this being said, if the players are watching, we are good to go to get things started.
I believe so. Master Chief is actually saying to hold off for a bit, just taking a look at the bracket, making sure we're good.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to be out for just a moment.
Yeah, no worries.
I mean, since we have so few, I don't know. I think it's fine to have like pretty much everything on stream, if possible.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get going. I do have a hard stop time at like 3 hours from now, so if we get down to that, we'll worry about it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was gonna say, if push comes to shove, we might just go Larry Cage, they go from there and have the other winners round 1 match off stream.
Yeah. Of course, all of the top 8 will be streamed, but
Yeah,
I feel a majority of these matches beforehand could be streamed.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, well, I mean, if we're good to go, I guess let them know that they are ready to party, and we'll go for it.
So who's up first, by the way, on the stream?
It should be, I want to say we have Larry Cage and Chonk in the,
yeah,
Chocolate Atomica. That's
Chocolate
good.
Atomica. Okay, I was like, I cannot say it.
Okay, so those two are in the player lobby right now.
Maybe.
To the best of our knowledge.
Let me try.
Okay.
Because it's like I can't see who everyone is. Because
That's Larry.
That's Larry, and that's. Let's see. Pisame Romanova. I mean, that sounds like the same level of complicated name.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, just double check with them, make sure that it is Chocolate Atomica, and then we'll go from there. let's see if I can find their name real quick here.
So just to make sure they are good to start, right?
If we have the right people, that is.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, I'll check in.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. And these are first to twos, right? The until, well, not even until. I mean, it's until winners, finals, losers, finals, stuff like that. Correct.
Let me figure, because I remember pools were supposed to be that, but now with the changes,
I think it would make sense to have it since it's so few now compared to how it was before. I think probably first to two and then first to three for finals and all of that.
Okay. Perfect.
yeah. All right, so first to two. So let me verify.
Oh shit! I'm missing numbers. I missed one. It's fine.
Numbers are important.
Numbers are mediocre. I hate numbers. Me and my homies hate numbers.
Facts.
Yeah.
Counting's difficult, man.
That's why I'm looking at frame data, dude. Just +3, that means nothing.
That means nothing. Absolutely ridiculous. Trash.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
While they get this
Instead of
going
reflecting on
here.
themselves, they blame the beasts, heaven, or hell.
Oh my god. That is so sick. Alright, they're getting going. Cover me for a bit while I fix this up.
Good. All good. So getting the thing started, fighting the corner, but Larry Cage opts to go for the burst. The 6P connects. A little bit of a counter hit trade, and now just off of these little scrambles, Chocolate Atomica is just getting a little bit of that lead, but I was gonna say that was all Larry Cage needs to start for the DP, just get Chocolate back into the turn, and now just that little bit of life left. He's just gonna play the neutral to go a little bit. Right now, Chocolate is just playing at his own pace, just going fast, going furious, and getting the first game on the board. So it's a very good start for Chocolate Atomica, but it is definitely just one of those chip rounds. But now finding that opening, gets the run up for forcing the corner, flies out, but punish on the recovery. Oh, unfortunate miss on the JD, but able to recover it. That's important. Gets the mix-ups, and now just try and find a way out. Larry dives out and baits the DP. Oh wow, the burst whiffing. That's gonna be a little bit big actually for Larry Cage.
Yeah, actually doing the burst right there on the YRC. That is exactly what Nair needed to put into the corner here, and gonna get huge damage off of it.
Yeah, that's gonna be Oki as well. Now that's the 50-50. Ooh, goes high with the guitar and letting it rip. That's gonna tie up for game one, but we're gonna see a game like round 3. How's that gonna go out? Oh wow, the whiff.
Right. And that was kind of one of the big things. Chancla was really just completely abrasive in that first round, and Larry came back, and they're really showing their offensive capabilities against one another. Now, it is Chancla's turn.
Yeah, they're definitely just taking turns on who's running offense this time around. Like, game 1 or round 1 it was for Chocolate, round 2 Larry, and round 3 it's looking like a Chocolate round. The backdash gets caught out.
And there's just so much pressure there that's just like, okay, do I jump out or not? Are they going for something like cheeky, like a leaf throw where I need to jump out? Or are they going to go for that quick low, which catches the jump out for that 10-frame jump startup? So it's a very rough guess right there when your last hit against Chip. Very good at opening you up there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like that's one of the things with Chip that can be really like annoying to deal with at times is once you're at that really low life total, he has a lot of good tools just to like get that little bit of chip out, because you have the Rekka pressure that you're always trying to like deal with. But just the fact of like if you aren't FDing the Rekka towards the end of like the round, you're gonna be some predisposition to have that chip damage come into play, which right there it didn't actually factor in that round, but it was definitely something that like if you just had that like just double Rekka, RC double Rekka, that probably was gonna be enough anyways without the FD. But now Larry breaking out the Leo was not feeling the Eno that time around and thinking, you want to run offense? We can run offense.
Right. And I mean, I think from what we saw in that first round from Chancla, it was a lot of just kind of one-off pressure and things like that. So maybe something like the super armor from Leia will be able to help have like, okay, I have a DP, I have some armor, I can actually combat with you in these moments, but Chocla is ready with the Chocla.
Yeah, I was about to say the other side of it is Chocolate definitely was DPing a lot in that round when maybe Larry was like, my character does not have a DP.
Yeah.
Let's flash kick.
Wow, that goes to the super! Larry, who are you right now?
Dude, Larry is playing the game.
Yo, more flashes. All right, nice 2D. Oh, I was really hoping Larry would flash kick on Chocola's wake up, but nice throw from Chocla. Definitely ready for the situation there.
Yeah, counter hit is trying to call out just everything right now. Just air dashing back, but no dice right now. A YRC is gonna come out.
Oh, goes for it anyway. Gets the throw punish.
Oh! And the unblockable. Well, rather the guard crush, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What a good play there from Larry. I mean, sometimes you have to just say, hey, as long as it works, that's a martial arts. And Larry's right now showing it, just going full ape right now. There's no way that Larry isn't feeling very, very happy about their play.
You know, Larry definitely just said, you want a DP? We can DP. This is gonna be reversal gaming. Counter hit.
All right. Ooh. Oh, baits out the burst. Maybe unintentionally, but hey, it works once again.
Yeah, a bait's a bait.
Yeah.
All right. Finding the just opportunity to go in the back turn, gonna be oh yeah, from the other side.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Oh, I was gonna say, if you confirm off that 2K off that launcher, that'd be sick.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a weird one to confirm off of, especially once the camera gets like that. But now finding the opening to super, this is gonna do enough damage, I want to say.
Oh,
No, it's so little
And
damage.
gets the flash hit too. Extra damage. Oh.
Oh, yeah, but sticking the toes out.
Just
Gotta check them.
Yeah, just those open-toed sandals giving Larry the footsies business, and now Chocla on match point.
Yeah, finding the Oki. Oh yeah, but just gonna be successful to that throw option. Chocolate put it out, and now Larry at that half-life trying to find the option and playing footsies with a flash kick.
Right, 2D and flash kick. You're always charging if you're using 2D, so that's always an option on the table to flash kick once you see the opponent do anything. And I think finally Chocla is just privy to that.
Yeah, Chocolate's gonna just needs to find this one mix-up option here. Larry is playing. Just like that, Larry was slowing the neutral a bit, thinking, "All right, I'm gonna wait for that rage to sweep to do the berserker slash," and Chocolate just said, "You look grippable right now."
Oh my gosh, using the taunt from full screen just to bait them in for just enough range to be able to do a leaf grab. What a world. What a life.
Yeah, what a game one. Rather the first game of Vortex Gallery here. My good, that's a way to start.
Right. After everything we've gone through at this point, it's just very much like, wow, what a good way to start off the match, like the whole tournament like that. It is just, whew, that was exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that will be Chocolate will be moving on to see Romantic Style. It looks like I want to see who we're gonna have next.
We'll be having Last Cody and Alethea.
Oh,
Alright.
perfect. So last Cody versus Alethea, that should be a May versus Eno.
Oh, okay.
I want to say, unless Alethea's, I know Alethea, she's been mixing up. I want to say has been looking around at other characters, but last I've seen her, I know she's been grinding the Eno a lot. But I'll have to see. It's same for Last Cody. I've seen a lot of them over on Sajam's channel and whatnot, just trying to snipe those games. So we'll see how this plays out between these two. I'm curious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm a little bit more familiar with Alethea, just kind of like throughout the years, seeing her play a lot, and just seeing her grow as a player and as a person even. It's just like, oh my gosh, like when I started seeing her name kind of be whispered throughout the grapevines a little bit more, I'm like, oh, you've gotten good though. Like, you've gotten good. Okay.
No, absolutely.
It's a little bit like terrifying to see some people grow from a certain aspect. You're like, oh geez, wow.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I didn't see Alethea too much like go before BB Tag, but once like BB Tag kind of started taking off, that's where I saw her start playing a lot, and then I was like, okay, like yeah, you're learning things real quick, and now with Strive, she's definitely been finding her groove. Had a little bit of trouble at first, like getting used to, like everybody was, right? Just getting used to the new systems, getting used to everything, and then just finding that opening and just going with it. And now she's been on that grind, and we're gonna see if that's gonna pay off against Last Cody.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely, please wait warmly while we get the 2 players into the room here. As I adjust options on here, so just ignore me for a bit.
All good. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, for anybody that's watching on the stream, that is going to be in the bracket. The code for the room will be in the pins. So make sure to go over to the Strive General in the Discord and check out the pins just to make sure you get the right room code.
I don't know if you got the opportunity to click it, but just the Dr. Dubs quote-unquote fan art. Very apropos for the last match here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's actually good to know. Oh, I need to log in first. Hold on a sec. We got permission to actually like do some stream queuing. It looks like.
Perfect. Oh my goodness, but yeah, no, this is exciting to see after. I mean, granted, it was definitely like a long wait to get things started, but I'm excited to see how everybody's gonna be playing through the bracket tonight. Got a lot of good players. I know we mentioned Romantic Style earlier in the broadcast. They will be playing against Chocolate Atomica. We do have Althea versus Last Cody. Like mentioned, we will be having Yorkov versus, I want to say, the winner of AR Robert and Waveflame. And Yorkov is
that is correct, yeah.
Yeah, so Yorkov is a quite a good Milia. Definitely has been put in the work, like we mentioned earlier, with Last Cody, like putting all that, well, Last Cody and Althea putting all that work into the game, and Yorkov no exception, constantly doing well in like bamboo battles and so on, various brackets, and then a commentator battle. We do have Embodic Plague versus Zero.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't even think about that. That is a commentator battle. That is absolutely a commentator battle.
That's like a miniature commentator's cup, just like that, just a sample of it.
And I mean, Bonnie played, actually, I think ended up at 3rd at the end of the commentators cup that happened last week on Ultra Chin's channel, if I remember correctly.
I do believe that was the case. And like, it's just such a Bonnie's definitely been putting in the work. I haven't seen Zero play too much, but so I'm not super familiar with how much Zero's been playing this. But I mean, Ebonics was streaming the entire time while we were trying to get everything set up after the tech issues, just warming up, practicing, learning how to fight May. So if May's on the screen for Zero, we might have to see how the change up would be. Like learning one style of May, then having to deal with the other. We'll see if that once the matches go around, but we will be getting into Althea versus Last Cody here. So it will be, yeah, like we mentioned, the Eno and the May.
All right. And I'm like, gotta make sure, like, do I have the areas right? Yeah, okay. Oh no, I didn't spell her name right. Shit.
Oh.
I took a guess and I was wrong.
That's the 50-50.
Just with a lot more 50-50. Every letter is a 50-50.
That's a big mix, but all right, so we're gonna see. This is a matchup I'm not super familiar with. We're gonna see how Althea is gonna be handling the Totsugekis and the just like jump heavy slash. When a lot of May's good neutral tools. Ooh, that 5H is gonna be doing some work.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things for Eno, at least in this matchup, is how do you get over the situation with May can kind of jump and cover the air a lot. And when your only option for forward movement is basically air dash forward up into the air or air dash downwards through the air, it makes it a very overcommittal situation. I know it's going to be very hard for Althea to make it in.
Yeah, probably going to see, like we're going to see there, like the short victory, just getting some more of just the ground game trying to get started here. But, and try maybe more 6Ps we wanted to deal with the Dolphins. But now, getting things started, Last Cody. Oh my goodness, that's a chunk of change.
Oh my gosh. All right, using the wire, so you try to get the turn back. Nice stroke to victory again. Gonna push back to the fourth corner here. And just keeping the mix a little bit more simple, yet tricky, just to make sure Last Cody doesn't get any sort of like dolphin or anything out like that, or is able to double jump backwards. Really trying to force that out there.
Absolutely, yeah. Gonna get the chemical love, gets a little bit started. Yeah, it goes for the low this time. Been going to high a couple of times. The low is where you need it now. And tying up the rounds. Still game 1 though, so really it's just, you know, you gotta, both players still adjusting to how the other one wants to play. And now, how will this work out? Ooh, nice whip punish on that 2S. And yeah, Last Cody is definitely just using that 5H just to mark their grounds.
Right, like just over and over. And the Alethea are trying to do the same thing in return. It's just a lot harder compared to the size of that anchor. But they get about equal damage from one another if they both hit that. And Last Cody just knowing their position with that 5H over and over. And oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate burst, but Last Cody is going to be close to that danger state now, and he's sort of backing out from her. Ooh, that's going to hurt more. Goes for the low as well, going to be able to get the Oki situation here. Oh, the fake out on the struck the big tree and finding the overhead.
What a well-fought fight from Alethea. She was just keeping it very simple, going quick overhead knockdown, quick low knockdown, not trying to do anything too complicated or too tricky, because I think she was realizing these are the areas where if the option is to jump out, it will work 100% of the time and put me in such a bad situation, I'm going to lose a lot of life for it. I think in the long run, she figured it out, really came through with it, and just kept it very simple and no opportunities to jump out, and forcing Last Cody to make their last guesses.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the big thing, especially whenever it comes to a lot of the setups, you don't need this like fancy, like, oh, this is a X amount of frames and you get this sort of mix up and it's unreactable here, there. It's like, no, you just gotta, like, whenever it comes down to it, all you need is what the opponent's not ready for, and if that's just the wait for it, all right, go for the overhead, then hey, that's what's gonna work.
Yeah. Ooh. That 5H again, bursting out instantly this time, realizing that the danger of the 5H is there and just saying, I don't want to deal with it if I don't have to. But now both of them not having burst on deck, it's just all raw fisticuffs from here on out.
Yeah, Last Cody is definitely doing just rotating a lot in the neutral between that cycle of backdash 5H dolphin. So it looks like Alethea is catching on a little bit, finds the opening, gonna be able to get the wall break. This is gonna be a 50-50 here. Oh god, caught with the overhead. Oh, just that little bit of life left and another overhead. Pressure from Alethea.
Yeah, it's just paying off bit by bit here. Just keeping it, once again, very, very simple. I'm happy with playing multiple guesses and just not doing the maximum amount of damage, except for that situation. That was max damage.
Yeah. All right, finding the open. Oh, yeah, caught the jump out or the potential. Yeah, I want to say it was a jump out on that for that 6H. And now try to play this neutral again. Last Cody alternating between the 5H and the Dolphins. Whoa, double clash!
Yo, DBZ?
Oh yeah, good use of the charge 6H there. The option not presented yet. Same for the throw, but Alethea ready, and now next hit could possibly kill here.
Yeah, Last Coding actually finding a really hard time to, now that they're on the defensive, how to get in, how to close that range. The Alethea is really doing a great job just staying back, using those big jumping moves that is really hard to approach against. And oh no, Alethea got a little bit impatient there, but uses the JD, whether that was intentional or not, be it throw or otherwise, reaches to the skies and kicks down Last Cody.
Yeah, that's going to be a swift 2-0. That was very... I mean, granted, Strive is a very fast game, so saying it's a swift 2-0, it's like, okay, no, that's just Strive. That's...
Yeah.
But that was really a good showing. Like, you could see it right off the bat, like, Alethea caught on to Last Cody's doing, right? Like we mentioned, backdash, 5H, Dolphin, like, alternating these options and trying it at different spaces and just figuring out, okay, this is where I need to go here and there, and just, like, finding out, okay, this is your neutral rotation. Let's play around it. And Alethea, just that adaptation is what you're going to need to move on in the bracket. So she will be our first qualifier for the top 8 side of things. Looks like up next we will be, I recognize that avatar. We're going to have a commentator battle here.
Yeah, I recognize that avatar too. So I'm going to get the full name in there. Ignore that. Ignore that. It should be fine. It should be fine. Oh, dear God, I hope that's fine. I don't know why, but my PS4 just decided, hey, as a joke, I'm going to remind you of this every 15 minutes, but never shut off. So let's pray that it didn't decide to, like, go through the full thing and be like, no, I'm actually shutting down this time. It's actually important now.
Yeah, no, I hopefully it should be fine, but
yeah.
We will be, looks like we're waiting on Zero to get into the room. And it looks like, yeah, so that's a good start to the bracket so far. I just want to make sure what the for the rules, what we're doing.
Okay, so everything before top 8 will be 2 out of 3, and then top 8 will be 3 out of 5.
Okay, so all of top 8, 3 out of 5.
Yes, correct.
Gotcha.
Perfect. Thank you for the update. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you very much. So now we're just waiting on Zero. So I know we talked a little bit about Ebonic Plague, commentator, Soul enthusiast, very very good player. But but I'm curious. Do you know who Zero plays in this? I'm not too familiar.
I hate to admit it, but no, I do not know who Zero plays in this. I've listened to their commentary. I've commentated like alongside them. I have no idea who they play. It never came up in a conversation.
Yeah, no, that's the same mood as like you always see a lot of the commentators like at the booth with them on the mic, just like doing their thing. And it's like, oh, that's cool. And then the moment it's like, wait, okay, who do you actually play in this?
Yeah.
So we're going to see who they're playing, what's coming up. I just want to off the bit I've seen. I want to say Chip. I take a bet on Chip.
Okay, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair guess. For the sake of just guessing out there, because I have very little idea, I'm actually gonna say Soul. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a Soul mirror between the two.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because Ebonic Plague does play Soul in a very I don't give a damn about what you're doing, Soul. So I wonder if Zero has kind of that same energy, that same excitement for that sort of thing.
Yeah, no. Ebonic is definitely one of the players that will like even like on the stream earlier when I was tuning in while we were sorting out the technical issues, that it was just like his situation of like, yeah, no, for a lot of these situations, if you aren't keeping your strings tight, you're gonna eat a slash volcanic viper.
Yeah. And you think, well, how bad can that be, right? Oh, it could be 35% bad. That's the thing. And then if they have meter, that's 65% bad. So it really is it's a gamble that a Soul has no reason to not take until you show them that it's worth not taking. And even then, at your very best combo in damage, it just means that, okay, if I hit the next one, I catch up to you instead of anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. That's just like, it's just one of the threats, and it's like, even if the situation, like if it's you try to back off or you try to like bait the DP, it's like, I'm gonna recover by the time you're done baiting me. Like,
right, exactly. That's one thing that I will not be surprised to see a little bit of a change going forward on. So we'll see what happens there. But speaking of what sees happens here, looks like there's a little bit of an issue on Zero doing the update, which, as someone who had to launch their PS4 just now, it takes forever. So we're going to move on to the next match between Yurikov and Robert, or AR Robert.
Yeah, so Yurikov, we mentioned a little bit earlier, definitely one of the players, one of the millions that you definitely should be on. Like, if you're looking for million gameplay, like Yurikov is definitely one of the ones to look out for. I am not familiar with AR Robert.
Yeah,
so
that
this
is
will be
also new to me too. So I'm always excited to see new players though. Quite honestly, because you had mentioned this earlier before we were on stream that there's just so many tournaments going on that you can't catch everyone like at the same time. Everyone's playing whatever tournament they hear about. Some people hear about the Panda Global and the Levos because they're the biggest ones, but people plenty have their own kind of regional tournaments too, which isn't as necessary for this game. But it's still nonetheless like, okay, people are playing in their very specific region. East Coast is playing East Coast, West Coast is playing West Coast, and so on and so forth. So it's just very much just, you won't see certain players that are extremely good until they make their showing outside of their own regions.
Yeah, and like not only that, it's the case of like with just like how the online is right now. Like firstly, the game is incredibly popular. Like it definitely blew up. There's so many new gear players, which is great to see. Along with that, the online, like the netcode is fantastic. So just the ability just to get in and play your games is just generally easier than like other titles or whatnot if you're with like worse netcode and whatnot. So you're gonna just be able to get in, get a bunch of these games, get all this good practice going, and so yeah, you're not gonna see everybody because it's just the case of like, are you in the same celestial floor?
Right. Yeah. Like even to that degree, it was like, yeah, okay, well, I'm Celestial in West Coast. Well, I'm Celestial in West Coast. We can't see each other because they put us into different instances of the stupid Celestial floor. And it's like,
yeah. Right. So it's just the case where it's like you may not see everybody, or it's like it's definitely like definitely one of the games where you just go up and you match with somebody. You're like, okay, yeah, no, we're both on the floor. Like, let's just get a match. And you're like, just you're waking up. It's like, just like, hey, I got an hour before work. Let's just play some Strive. And then you get on it. It's like, I'm getting demolished.
Right.
and you've never seen the player before. You're like, okay, like, I want to see this guy in a tournament. Maybe A.R. Roberts, somebody like that. This is all speculation.
Right. I mean, that's also the beautiful thing, because like you say, you sometimes you just get on, you find someone, you're like, oh yeah, okay, I have a lot more matches than them, very clearly, but oh wow, I'm losing and I don't know entirely why. What do they know that I don't know? And that's a terrifying thought when it comes to a game where you could just die in like one instance of, wait, what was that?
Absolutely, it's definitely a case of like you block one normal and you're like, I may die depending on like the situation at hand. And it's that's the like, there's all these different things that could go on. Like who is A.R. Robert?
Right. Yeah. Who really is A.R. Robert? What do we know about this human being? Do they like pizza? Do they like pineapple on their pizza? We don't know.
And it's also like, because like maybe A.R. Roberts like this hidden shark that nobody like would know, maybe we don't see too often, and like mentioned maybe in some of the other tournaments, more regional, more just like since there's like tournaments every other day, or like there at least was tournaments that are going on every other day. It's such a pop-in game right now that maybe entering these tournaments, maybe this is his first tournament. Maybe just said, hey, I'm a fan of Vortex guy. They've been putting on all these great tournaments over the weekend. Strive tournament? Sure, why not? I like me press some buttons and Strive.
And
so,
go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna go. You go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, to throw in that addendum too. People having their first tournaments in like this online situation is insanely scary, because it has a lot of just, oh, I will go and play my usual style, my usual setup, my usual console, and at home in comfort without spending any large amount of money. Go and play in this tournament. If I lose, no big deal, but I can play in whatever non-caring, very relaxed mode I want to. Compared to the majors of past times where we did have our breakout stars from like their very good online players to their very good offline players. And we had those breakout stars, but I feel like it was a lot more limited because people couldn't travel as much. There's a lot of nervousness where you say, okay, I've been saving up $500 and now I'm spending it all on one trip. There's a lot of fear in that. I don't know anyone there. There's a lot of anxiety for a first tournament. And shouts to all people who do make their first tournament trip. But when it comes online, it's like, I'm just going to play my game and see what happens. And sometimes the case of that is like, oh, they are insanely good, it turns out. And it works in a high level setting when you especially don't have those tournament nerds behind you.
Yeah, like that's like, because you're mentioning like a lot of breakout players where like breakout players that are offline majors and whatnot, or sometimes like you don't have those funds to go travel, but like you're a ridiculous player like Tempest NYC is a premier example of that. Tempest, a friend of mine for a long time, but he played, like, he's really good at CF, he was really good at BB Tag a lot, but he only went to TSBs, like only went to locals, and then just had a good time, like getting like second to like SKD, getting like third from time. It's like really good player. But then for just Arc Revo was whatever that was going on in BB Tag. He was like, I can make one trip. I could go to one tournament, and if I don't qualify, then I don't qualify. Right. And that's just the end of it. And so like, but he's such a good player. Grinded all online, like offline with the New York group, but mostly online, and then just finding that the ground and like qualify. It's like you could have players like that just you never know about it until then. And maybe Robert's one of them. He picks a really good character here. This is an interesting matchup to say the least. So Yurikov actually running with the Axel. I know they've been messing with some of the side characters, seeing potentially maybe I as a sole player I could definitely say, and if I had to choose between Amelia or an Axel, I'd definitely be picking the Amelia to fight against. So seeing the Axel is definitely going to be, I want to say, more of a targeted hit against the Soul. So we're going to see Robert try to find this situation, just using that dash and just running at Yurikov. This is big.
Oh my gosh. And could have RC for even more damage. Decides not to. Just going to use that RC meter for that one reset situation. Now the pressure's really high on Yurikov to block and get out of this situation, but doing a great job so far. And I just heard from a little birdie, by the way, that A.R. Robert is a pretty damn good player from Mexico. So, heck yeah.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, blocks it.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, blocks the one vision, finds the opening off that jump slash, uses the RC this time, and now I'm gonna be able to break the wall. Oh, unfortunate drop.
DP never fails, but it failed. It failed.
It's definitely, like, sometimes with that 6P, you want to delay it. Ooh, that's a big hit. But yeah, with the 6P into Heavy Volcanic Viper, you want to delay it just enough to get the clean spot, but not enough to where it's, like, going to whiff. So it's that very fine line. It can be definitely difficult at times, especially with some pressure going on against your comp. But now go for the burst. Finding this opening. Oh!
My gosh. Like, even in, like, the reset situation like that, where you get off, like, with just, quote-unquote, just 15% damage, it's still scary, because Soul's standing right in front of you like that with Close Slash and everything, all of their options. Oh, that gives me the chills.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially in the situation where, like, okay, you got clipped for 15% and then you block one normal. This could be the other 89%.
Right,
85
exactly. Like, Soul can do math-ish. It's like, if I hit you enough times, that'll equal somewhere in 80+% range. That'll equal 100% somewhere down the line. That's fine. Oh,
Yeah,
not
like,
again.
Yeah, that 6H round start is a big commitment for Robert. Just gambling on the fact that Yurkov wants to play with that round start and just saying, I'm gonna crush that and lead to a ton of damage.
Right. And coming from another Soul player, Ty Tuesday, a local here, he says, like, I'm gonna start off every round with 6H until you show me how you know how to deal with it. Because if you don't know how to deal with it and you're wrong, I basically win a round. So, do you really want to gamble on that? And the answer is usually no, not against Soul, not against a Soul bad guy.
Yeah, like it has like its weaknesses. Like if you have a character that's like a fast poke in like the mid range, you could potentially like knock him out before he gets started. Axel's a character that I don't believe has one of those options. Maybe
No.
I don't think so, but Milia now with the change up for Yurkov decided, Axel just wasn't able to work out. The neutral wasn't really working out in the way that you'd hope for it to, and now find this opportunity and just really just hoping the Milia is going to work out here. Gets a little bit started here with the punish with the banner revolver. It's just going to force this corner pressure situation. Gets the three overheads for that situation, and now gets the throw. All right, didn't want to go for the disc, instead of opting for the cross-up on the, just cross-up in the Oki situation, and Robert running him down.
I like what Yurikov's doing here. Like, as long as Yurikov is not in a situation where you block the situation and now it's very difficult for you, Yurikov is staying out of Robert's range the entire time. Great confirm offset, that was so good. But Yurikov is just like dancing around the entire time. Robert's trying to do chase and not really to keep Yurikov out of the air. Has not got to that point yet. And that JS, once again, so insanely good for poking out air to ground and ground to air.
Ooh, and just like that though, yeah, does opts for the Oki rather than the additional damage of that 6H OTG. Gets the double overhead. That's been opening up Robert a lot, and finding the opening with that cross-up on the disc, it's so hard to block. Doesn't want to give him the wall break for that extra damage. Yurkov in a good spot, but Robert, he's one hit away.
Yeah. Very much one hit away, and that is it, I believe. Oh no, drop the pressure. Oh well, they should do it anyway with that regard. With 100 meters to speak of, thanks to the insane meter game of Soul moving forward, now we'll make it one apiece here in this second match.
Yeah, definitely Robert was playing that incredibly well just at that point. Oh, wow, this 6S anti tried to burst bait. Oh, wow, this 5-slash recovered in time. Oh my goodness, was able to confirm off that. Goes for the, okay, absolutely the JH. I haven't seen the JH be used for that mix-up situation, but a double close slash from Yurkov gonna be able to get something started here. Base the DP, but recovered in time.
That's what exactly we were talking about earlier, Bojack. Oh, again with the DP.
Absolutely. All right, the wire seed is gonna give him this situation. Ooh, that you can't press buttons afterwards. Oh my goodness, just like that. Just like that was 3 rounds.
Wow. Like, it felt like it was a lot longer than it actually was because Yurikov was playing such a hugely patient game for the better part of the second match that it felt like it was a lot more even than it actually was. But once Robert started going again, like, the pace picked up so insanely fast. That 6H was definitely the MVP of that matchup.
You know, absolutely. It definitely was a case of like you mentioned, Yurikov playing the slower game, just like trying to get the methodical openings against Robert Soul, and then which we found a lot of them, but it just came down to just the way the matchup works is like Yurikov has to keep that pressure going. It has to just get mix up, and just let Robert not play. Because if Yurikov never lets up and Robert gets that one hit opening, like we saw, that's like 50-60%. The next hit's gonna be, if you depend on that risk gauge, it's gonna be good luck. Like the damage difference is that, you know, Yurikov has more ways of fighting this opening and doing this mix up, but they're all gonna lead to less damage, whereas Robert just needs that 2, maybe 3.
Right.
But with that in mind, now we will be having Ebonic Plague versus Zero. Looks like Giovanna was on the kiosk, so curious to see how that's going to go down between these two. This is a matchup that is going to be very... I'm curious on how Zero's going to play it and how Ebonic's going to like deal with it, because in this matchup, it's going to be a lot of just ground game. It's going to be a lot of like, you know, the how do you rotate your options between dealing with Soul 6S, Far Slash, things like that. And a lot of the time, you're gonna have to alternate between, for the Giovanna, gonna be alternating between your sweep, your dashes, because the dash is so strong. Like dash Far Slash is such a strong tool in neutral, but it's like this just playing around the who's doing what and how do you adapt where. So I'm curious to see on what the options are. There's also just the case of like, if Zero goes for a lot of these dashes, Ebonic could go for like your 2k buffers to just try to like catch the dash hit before it starts up and create this full dichotomy. But we're gonna see how this is gonna go down between these two. Fighting the first opening, and now just the 5k to get a little bit started, plus frames.
Yep. Oh, nice throw. Probably caught the DP, looks like there. So that's a very good option there from Zero. You have to play Brave against Soul. Yes, the DP can do 25% damage to you just by itself, but you have to show that you're willing to stop it, you're willing to be close into Soul's face. But oh no, so much damage off this, plus wall break here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big opening, gonna be able to get some LP. It doesn't... Oh yeah, no, never mind. I thought it was super for a second.
Oh, no, not yet. But it doesn't matter because Soul is gaining meter, Soul is moving forward, has a lot of options. It might as well be Okazeme from neutral.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Definitely is a strong round star option now. Get the YRC, just goes for the plus frames, and just get a 6p out. Good call out. Wow, the 2k? Just like that?
Like, you realize that she is plus frames, right? He's like, that's a good joke. Math.
What is plus frames to a non-believer?
Right, exactly.
After your connects, it is going to be an OTG, so not that much damage off of it. Well, not as much as it could be.
Right.
But finding that, ooh, nice confirm. Oh, the last of the 6H does whiff, and now gets a little bit started. The too much block stun from the jumping block.
Yeah, right there. Just using a lot of the IB stuff. You can tell that Ebonic Play is definitely staying on the very smart defensive options too, trying to do a lot of stuff that's like, I'm not fully overstaying myself. I don't care a lot about your options, but I will play my defensive options very, very aggressively. You saw that YRC after the BRC, just staying very, very active.
Absolutely, and I'm curious to see if, okay, yeah, goes for the RC. I was about to say, we may see this now where, oh, the clash on the 2Ks?
Oh my gosh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, oh, there it is. Once again, aggressive defensive options. I'm going to get out of the corner with this move as fast as I can. I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, definitely using alternating, like, once you're in that corner, like, you're going to try to find your way out, and Soul with the Bandit Revolver is more of a gamble than it may let on, but especially against Giovanna, who just has that, oh, you're going to go out, let me just forward dash so far, but that's going to be so far, this guy going to be able to get this dust. Burst it at the last possible moment, and now counter hit, not going to be able to get the OTG off of it, but a DP to let it rock. 6p. Oh my goodness, yeah. Able to get the confirm. Oh, not quite. Gonna be able to get the Volcanic Viper. A little bit too far for the wall bounce combo, and now needs to find this opening. The dust is gonna, yeah, sweep into the flip.
Just straight out off of neutral, completely raw flip. One thing that Zero had not used this entire time yet, so that was a very good thing, a very nice last second trick to throw out into the mix there, and was not quite ready for the situation. And Zero actually goes up 1 against Ebonic Plague.
Yeah, that was definitely very well played. There's like some things here that are just like, okay, like this is how you're going to be playing the neutral. This is how you're adjusting it, how they're going to adapt. This is one of the matchups I feel that is going to be very like, I mean, most matchups are going to be neutral dependent, but like this is one that's definitely like a, okay, you're using this option, I need to use my option. Now you're using this option, I need to use my option. Like it's a lot of rotate. You have to rotate your options. You have to rotate them in a very like methodical manner, so that way you're actually getting the most effect out of it. Like, for example, we had mentioned the 2K buffers to contest like dash ups is going to be definitely something that we may see more of it. Now, yeah, just take out these gun flames to catch up the dash up as well. Finding the opening off of that JH counter hit, but didn't believe that it was going to burst. And now 6P, very good option, recognizing that was the Spiral Arrow. Counter hit with the plus frames. Another one.
Just doing so much damage to that far slash, just knocking it back against the wall over and over. And that was a 98% life lead from Ebonic Clay, taking the first round here in the second match. Really, once again, that style of Ebonic Clay, just, I'm going to play against you very aggressively and force your cards against you as much as I possibly can.
You know, absolutely. That's one of the... This matchup is definitely one that's going to be like... there's a lot of knowledge checks because, ironically, Soul has a lot of good tools to call out just general habits from Giovanna, such as that like axe kick that she does, that's like -4, but 5K could beat it at many ranges. But while I'm saying all this, Zero found all of the openings needed to just like, who cares what it is on block if you're getting the hits?
Right, exactly. And just very, very nice counterplay from Zero. Not getting too flustered by a character like Soul Bad Guy, just playing at the very good ranges, going from very, very far away, and I think that makes it very difficult for Ebonic Clay to decide, do I want to be able to do this button or press this button in this situation? But, oh, unfortunate. Trying to get a dash in 5D, but unfortunately gets a throw instead. Gets away from the corner here. Ebonic Clay gets another chance at life.
Yeah, Ebonic. Oh, yeah, this is going to be big damage. Yeah, unfortunately was able to get the JD to get the wall combo. Trying to bait the burst, was not there, though. Now trying to get something started here. Trying to just play this neutral, use these JHs, using these far slashes to call out, and now just a few jumps. Yeah, they're both trying to find these openings and just with these jumps. Oh yeah, it goes for the burst, recognizing that like you don't want him to get that 50 meter. Has it now. YRC, the super. Oh yeah, no recovery on that.
These two are playing around each other extremely well. Just kind of like trying to one-up one another, trying to really play that huge game of 3D chess. Just like, all right, I'm going to roll burst here. I'm going to use the meter here so I can bait out this thing and bait you out ahead of time with this thing. They're definitely playing some 5D chess in here, and it's insanely good. But
yeah, and like
in the end, Ebonic Clay comes out.
Yeah, with that 5D chess, you know, you're moving your queen here, I'm blocking this, and it's like, all right, I'm just gonna break out the gun flame.
Right.
Like, just that nice delay, like going for the instead of going for your standard like close slash far slash 5H gun flame, just opting for the close slash into the delay to catch the jump out with a 5H. Saying, okay, you're not jumping now. Are you jumping the gun flame?
Yeah.
Yes, you were. Like, just really good. Just the delays from Ebonic there were just structured particularly to how Zero is playing on the defense. That was just a good sign for Ebonic, but we'll have to see what Zero's retaliation is here. Alright.
Alright, so how's the round start here today? Oh, going straight in, actually. Zero, actually on the offense. I thought Zero would be like, alright, I'm starting to realize my mortality a little bit here. I'm going to slow down, but no. It even uses the K9 cannon for the last hit of the gun flame to use the projectile invincibility? Amazing.
Yeah, we were talking about soul damage. Like, Giovanna just melted that life bar a little bit. Off that one
man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, now fighting the counter. Oh, yeah, but it was a little too high. Wasn't able to get the full confirm. And now, yeah, the sweep is such a good option in this matchup to deal with the 6S from Soul.
Alright, DP here. Tries to bait out the burst there. Good awareness from Ebonic Clay. Make sure they still get damage off that with the delayed jump in.
And yeah, Zero just trying to find these openings, like got one and now trying to continue at that 6P on the wake up. Said, oh, you're trying to run up? You're going to press a mid, aren't you?
Right. Imagine running face first into the fists of Fury. That is Giovanna. Insanely good situation there. And now, Zero's on match point. So I still believe this is still before top 8, correct?
Yes, this is a qualifier for top 8.
Yeah.
Alright, gets the counter hit. Yeah, just having to burst that. Was that right range too? That move, if you burst it at the tip, you're just gonna get smoked. So good awareness from Ebonic. Yeah, using the RC a lot, whatever on that -4, just to keep that turn rolling and yeah, cross up flip. That's the 50-50 strike throw.
Yep.
Goes for the strike this time. Oh, unfortunate. No punish for Ebonic, and now on that last bit of life, and that's gonna do it.
Yeah, that strike throw from Giovanna is just so insanely terrifying because from about the exact same ranges, her dash and her dash in far S is just like, oh, cool, they look the same. I'm literally guessing on a true-ass 50-50, and it is very, very terrifying.
Yeah, that is plus along with that, it was it's just the case of like, you know, you're blocking these close slash. It is like +3, but it's like it's like, hey, how do you like it? You know, give you a taste of your own medicine. The plus frames into the strike throw mix up.
Yeah. Oh God, what a character. But,
Yeah, both quite good.
yeah. Like we say, commentator battle. They both have great information about everything that's going on. So.
Yeah, it is definitely like sometimes, especially like with this game, there's a lot of these weird. We were talking a little bit about it earlier, but there's a lot of these like little things, the matchups that are like you don't necessarily have to like lab them out that often, but there's gonna be a lot of these cases of like, oh, in this matchup you could do this or that. And it's like, or in this matchup you can't, like Giovanna, for example, against Soul, that axe kick, the I don't know what it's called, but like the 214K is going to be -4. So it is like weirdly enough, because of how it works, Soul can punish it with that 5K because she can like moves her hurt box forward a little bit. So you're able to add, like anytime she does that in pressure, as long as like she's not incredibly spaced out, like generally in the corner you're gonna see it a lot, you could just 5K it. And it's like such a good option to know in the matchup because it's like one of the few characters that actually gets a punish on it outside of like Chip with the other like 3-frame jab. So it's like something really good to know, and if the Giovanna doesn't know that, then it can be devastating. But if the Soul doesn't know that, it can be even more devastating because they're letting things run away on offense. So hard to say at times. Like it's very just difficult at times to adjust. But now we'll see how it goes out with these two. Who will we have in next on stream?
So
it looks like we'll be having Romantic Style and Althea.
Yeah, the return of the Eno. She's back again from outer space. Nothing gonna do some stuff to her opponent's face. I apologize for nothing.
No, that's been
Yo, boss.
romantic style. I've seen a lot of their play. I want to say they play Giovanna. I want to say I know that they're a very strong player. I just have like it's been a minute since I've done like any tournaments that they've been in, or like usually if we're in bracket, we're on like the other side.
Right.
So, but I want to say that they're a Giovanna player.
Well, let's go with that for now. I think that's a safe bet when it comes to strong tournament players. Yeah, Romantic plays Geo, and Romantic plays real good.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah, no, Romantic is a very strong player. I couldn't remember for the life of me sometimes, because especially a lot of people in this game don't typically, like, you have that room because of the fact that a lot of the characters are complex, but they're also, like, they're generally homogenized, so you're able to like get a lot of mileage out of like, okay, I know how to play this character, or like you know, for example, if I can play Giovanna because a lot of the things that Soul does are very similar in sort of like gameplay, using a lot of your far slashes, using close slash 50/50s afterwards with like forcing plus frames.
Right.
So you have that sort of style. So I've seen a lot of players that have just been like, okay, I play, like we saw Yurikov earlier, plays Milia, but also plays Axel now. Like you definitely are. It's a case where having these backup characters, having like these pocket where it's like, maybe I don't like this matchup, let's break out the 6-4.
Right. Yeah.
It's definitely a game where it can be rewarding.
Yeah, and as we were kind of talking about earlier before we went live on the stream, with the whole aspect of, we don't exactly lab as much in this game because there's a very almost old school style to the game where you can kind of play matches and lab mid-match more than anything else and kind of figure stuff out a little bit. And I feel like you can kind of, like you said, you have the characters that are very similar in style, so you can kind of transfer A to B in that situation, alongside with, okay, well, what if you've just learned something in a very different way for a certain matchup? Does that other player know it? Are they able to lab mid-match to kind of figure out what needs to be done or how to figure that out? Sometimes, yeah, the matchup might quote-unquote not be in your favor, but if they don't have the knowledge to deal with that sort of information, it might as well just be as good as bad of a matchup for them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like that's always the trick with like your matchups, your tier lists, things like that. And it's like, you know, oh, maybe this is 6-4 on paper, but like, what makes it 6-4? And are both players playing it to the way that it should be 6-4, or are they using the tools? Like like you mentioned, you know, Soul can punish Giovanna's -4 special move, and it's like,
Right.
if you're, and that's going to definitely play a factor in pressure. But if you aren't pressing on it, then hey, that suddenly it doesn't matter.
Right, exactly. It's just as good as having a true pressure string.
Absolutely, and it's just like kind of like, and like obviously labbing is a good option, but there's a lot of things in this game where it's like, I think this is plus, I think this is minus. Let's just test real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those games that it feels comfortable just to press those buttons. And speaking of pressing those buttons, it looks like PS4 is going into rest mode here in 10 minutes.
I guess I'm not pressing any buttons here. Yeah, that's fair. I guess I should also press some buttons real quick. Right.
It is gear. They want you. It's back to Exer. They want you to mash tech.
Right. He's like, what do you mean you're not pressing buttons? You're not that good of a player. Thanks for catching that. If I missed that, that'd been real embarrassing. Oh, okay. So it looks like we are switching around a little bit here. We are gonna do Robert versus Zero.
Yeah. So it looks like moving over to that. So Robert, we just saw earlier, is gonna be rocking that soul. It's all good, Althea.
No.
Yeah, no, food comes first.
Food's
Like, well,
first.
no, I don't know about first, but
I mean, you know, beer, food.
yeah, I mean, it's the case of like, you know, if you got that order, you know, don't want to let your food sit on the porch for 10 minutes, right?
Right. Please do not do that. Then you're gonna have different problems after that point.
Yeah, your chicken parm's got some flies on it.
Yeah. I mean, that's extra protein. Let's be positive here.
True. But so it's gonna be another Zero's got to fight another soul bad guy.
Yeah. The pain never stops. But you know, I think when you come into this game, you get into like your 10th floor celestial matches, and you realize, oh, the soul train is never stopping. You just gotta accept it at this point, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we'll keep it a buck, right? Soul's a pretty good character.
Oh yeah.
It's also it's a quick to learn character. Like he's the dude on the box.
Hold on a sec. Zero, if you can hear me, get on player 2. Let me be lazy. I already entered his name on the player 2
All
side.
good.
Oh, he's doing it.
Yes.
All right. You can continue your point now. I apologize.
But it's just the case of like, you know, Soul's like definitely a very popular character in the sense of like, if your poster child is this good, like why not?
Right. It's like sometimes you just need to roll with it and just roll the punches. As the cool kids say, pick a high tier. And sometimes that's the answer for the cross between the most fun, the less stress, and the overall lifetime enjoyment of a game.
Oh, you know, absolutely. Like, you know, if you pick like you're picking your lower tiers, like, you know, you play whatever's fun and whatnot. But sometimes fun is not stressing out about, oh goodness, I can't jump cancel any of my normals. What do? I'm minus on everything.
Yeah, I guess I die.
But now we're gonna see how the difference is gonna be versus Robert here, Zero versus Robert. How will Robert change up the game plan to take out Zero? Already you can see a little bit of the changes in neutral, and Zero already adjusting, which is using the 6P more to call out the running Robert.
The running Robert. Runaway Robert. Gonna be the belt first there, but oh, that's a great counter hit though. Gonna drag towards the corner here. Now Robert on the defensive for their Gene Soul.
Yeah, Joel Jad guy.
Oh no.
It looks okay. I was curious if that was just the stream on my end. No, yeah, this looks like it's exploding.
Right.
But backing off, pressing some buttons, gun flames are coming out. Backdashes a lot. Negative penalty.
Yeah, making sure maybe things are running okay here, because we did say that, you know, Robert is still from the Mexico region, so there's a little bit of distance there that is to be had.
Yeah, and granted, I will have to quote the Discord on this one. Hell nah. As we can see from just, it's definitely a little rough around the edges.
Yeah.
According to this 8 frames rollback. Rollback netcode is quite good, but you know, it can't fix everything.
It's not invincible. It can't always go across the seas and the ponds and whatnot to make them a perfect experience. And but we are ever so closer than we ever were before to that point of having a more global style game.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of the. It's like rollback netcode definitely allows you to play, you know, like, you know, Europe, like, well, America to Europe, America to Japan, and whatnot, and make all these international bits, and it's super fun to see, especially like the expeditions, like Twitch Rivals. That was really cool to see.
Yeah.
but it's you know, rollback netcode can do all these things, but you know, it can't wash the dog, it can't it can't clean out the pool, like it can do the dishes, right? Like, and sometimes you just have a bad connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks like that will be the case here. It looks like Zero is taking that stand, so we're gonna see exactly how this is gonna play out. Yeah, just take us back to the lobby. We're gonna see how this is gonna work out.
Let me just type out to them real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna see how this is gonna be ruled out. Because
I'm gonna see if they want me to go ahead and restart the room or how they want me to handle that. Because once again, not exactly my tournament. I'm just stepping in to help host the tournament stream a little bit. So
yeah, we're commentators here, and you had the circumstance of saying, "Oh, I have a stream. Let me just get these elements going and let me update a PS4."
Right? Yeah. God, that took so long. I felt so bad. But I'm like, also, this is literally the last option. I'm literally the last samurai here.
Because it was like it's you or me, and I hit stream. My normal stream is scuffed already. So I'm trying to I'm gonna let somebody that does this more often do it. Like, I got 3 seeds. It's PS4, PC, and starting.
I have way too many scenes. They're not. They might look like they're more scenes and well organized, but they're not better. They're definitely not better.
Gotcha. Yeah, we will be remaking the lobby. See if that's gonna help the case.
Right.
With the explosions that are going on in the connection.
So let's see here if we can fix the problem here today on twitch.tv.com.
Twitch.tv/Ryudo. You're trying to fix it over with your Vortex gallery. But if you're having some fun watching the stream anyways, make sure to go on over to the Matcherino. We do have a Matcherino that's going to help all the players out, or the I don't know how the payment actually goes. Let me learn. Top 3. So if you want to help out the top 3 placing players here, just support them, go on over, claim one of those codes. It just takes a couple of clicks. Log in with that Twitter. You have one. You play fighting games. You have a Twitter.
Right.
And so that way you can go over, hit that claim code, get a little bit more to the prize pool going, and as well, while we set back up the room, I think we should go over to one of our main sponsors for the evening, which is going to be that Hitbox. Going to be a great controller, great ergonomic controls with it. You're going to be able to, all buttons, no sticks, anything like that. Great for the wrist health. Very good.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, it's so clean and stylish too, which is, I feel like a little bit harder as a fighting game player to get that real clean style and fashion and everything like that. But to go with your hitbox of how clean you look, 86 also selling some official merchandise for Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. So if you want to get real cool and have some real nice official merchandise that is super well arted out and looks really gorgeous, definitely get 10% off with the code VRTX Vortex BB 2021 or VRTXGG 2021 for this sick ass shirt and merchandise over on 86.com.
Yeah, no, their shirts are fantastic. They're just the nice low quality to it, and just it's always nice to see. And with that, we also have Pinnacle, right?
Yes.
So we also have Pinnacle. It's going to be a Canadian tournament here. It's going to be hosted so many different events with all the big money prize pool. So if you're liking some Guilty Gear Strive, if you're in that Vancouver area, PNW, you wanted to drive on over, if you're a Strive player, just get in the pool. 4K, nothing to wig your nose at. Especially check out all the different games going over there. Blaze Blue at 750, you love to see it.
Right, yeah, they're supporting all the games that have had that kind of that love and community that you've seen a lot of during out the 2020 year, and that's really cool. Even the games that maybe kind of hurt a little bit more or started rising up through the years, so like Dragon Ball Fighters, I know people were talking about, and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, I was like, okay, these started falling off a little bit just because of the online play. They're still respected here, and at the same time, Ultimate vs. Capcom 3 making a huge comeback during 2020. They are back in there with a $500 pool. This is an amazing event over in Vancouver. Definitely check them out if you get the opportunity.
Absolutely. It's like Marvel is definitely one of those love story events where it's Tong and the TNS team over just hosting these Parsec events, and also Dual Kevin with West Coast, like doing all these Parsec events and whatnot, just bringing Marvel out from during the pandemic. It was so nice to see all the different Marvel events going on. And on the other side of things, Grand Blue definitely got like the short end of the stick with the pandemic, but being able to come back with the offline scene better than ever, October 8th through 10th. Make sure if you're in that area, check it out.
Yeah, and also if anyone from Pinnacle is listening, please just send the invite. I'll come do commentary for just so many games. Hell, I'll even do Smash. I love Smash. So
yeah, slide the DMs.
Yeah,
slide the DMs.
I'm happy to help.
DMs open.
But definitely, please wait warmly while we kind of do some connection tests on the backside here and make sure that everything is going well.
I forgot the picture. Oh my goodness.
I had a little bit of time while I was updating my PS4. For those of you who do not know, I was trying to set the PS4 so we could actually do the tournament event. And I had a little bit of time while I was updating the PS4. I didn't say anything. I asked for Bojack for a picture, and must have been at the bathroom at the time. Didn't say anything back, so I'm like, you know, whatever, I got this. And so I put this together very clearly, very quickly.
I literally got up for like a minute to go get water, and apparently at that time, you were like, you know what, bet.
Right, yo, we did it.
I love it though.
I'm glad you're being a good sport about it, because I wasn't gonna remove it, not gonna lie.
At that point, I was like, when I was like, oh, do you need a picture? I was like, no, you put the work in.
No. I put in 1 minute of work, please. Respect my efforts so I can sell it for $1 billion at the Louvre.
Yo, NFT?
Yo, finally, I could be on the pyramid chain. I'm gonna sell it for 100 billion gazillion Akagi dollars, and I'm gonna be the richest numpty in the land.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Yes. And speaking of all that, make sure to spread that wealth by going over to the Matcherino, and if you got a spare $5 drop it in there and whatnot, or if you want to go claim one of those codes, make sure to go ahead and do that.
But,
tell your friends that the stream's going on, etc., etc. Like, there's just so much striving to be had, and especially just make sure to claim these codes. Like 74 codes left. Like, tell your friends to ask Grandma to sign in with her Twitter. You know she has one.
Yeah, right. Grandma wants to retweet the funny memes too, so you know, let Grandma know that we're looking for some extra codes so that we can pay these real good players out here.
Yeah, back in her day, the 30 cents could get you a Coke and a hot dog, but now these days it can be added to the price pool for the Matcherino for Vortex Galleries Drive. Having a good time, but
I wasn't ready for that. Oh, oh Lord. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, I'm looking to see how it all is playing out. With the just how the netcode definitely sometimes it can be blow up or whatnot, but seeing how it's gonna go, it looks like they're giving it another shot. I want to say it looks like that is Robert and Zero. So
let's see if we get anything more positive here. Hopefully, hoping for the best.
Yeah, let's see. Hopefully things work out. But I guess we're checking right now here. Robert versus Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a very interesting. Like I know I've been talking a lot about this matchup in particular, but it's one of the ones that it's very enjoyable. Like as the solo player, like even outside of like funny haha, like you get a hit and it explodes somebody, but like just having there's so many different things to the matchup that are just like you get to rotate all these different options, and it's very dynamic, which is a nice breath of fresh air. And gets the throw here. Zero getting things started. Looks like everything's working out fine right now.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, no, finding the option here, gets the throw, the RC. Not gonna play around the burst yet. No point in bursting at that point.
I'm not sure because I have not seen Robert press a button yet, so I'm wondering if maybe just making sure that it's good. But I think Zero's being too aggressive. Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah,
well, I guess now Robert's fighting back here. So, okay, maybe I was wrong. I do apologize.
Yeah, you may have been right, and Robert just said enough's enough.
I'm fighting back now. I'm so bad guy. I'm not so nice guy. I'm so bad guy.
Robert went from, oh, this is a button check to, oh, this isn't a button check no more.
This is my butt getting beat check.
Using the 6H, yeah, too far for the red RC to connect, but it's not about that. It's about just getting the cancels out. You're not punishable.
Right.
All right, taking out some normals, and yeah, just like that. Big counter hit.
Gosh.
It looks like Zero will be going up on the board, I want to say.
Yeah, so that should be the first game there. So first one goes to 0, assuming everything is good to go.
Soul Dice guy died years ago. The only thing that remains is bad to
The lore is real.
Frederick, good guy. Soul bad guy. There are 2 wolves inside you. One is named Frederick, good guy. The other is Soul bad guy. You've been far slashed.
Science doesn't care about your feelings, and neither does Soul Bad Guy.
Oh my goodness.
So now that we are also in top 8, by the way, I don't know if we got to clearly explain this yet. So every match will now be first to 3. So this is just 1/3 of the way for 0, and Robert has a lot of time to make a comeback here.
Yeah, absolutely. So now 3 out of 5 will be seeing game 2 here. Yeah, I really like using the dash there for Robert. Just trying to get something started. Calling out a lot of Zero for trying to like block after, or rather hold up, I should say, after the situation. Gonna be able to get the OTG off of this, and yeah, that's gonna be a full cancel. Didn't get the super, unfortunately, but at this point, all you need is just that 1 hit. Forces plus frames from that YRC. Tries to get something started, but this is like Robert's game. It's just gonna come down to if Zero's able to make this comeback, and we've seen these before.
Oh, absolutely. Both of them do have 50 meter, or well, had 50 meter before Robert punched Giovanna in the face.
Yeah, he just gained 100 meter off of Duff.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Nice
my
anti-air
gosh.
5K. This is gonna be, not the clean hit, actually. Unfortunate with the, like we mentioned earlier, you have to delay it just enough, but it's this weird delay that if you delay it too hard, you're just gonna drop. So it's
Right. It's like, well, what time do I go for? Do I go for the, at least I'll get the hit timing, or the I'm going to get so much damage, and I'm going to feel so cool if I land this timing? Catches the DP again. Oh my gosh, this is so cruel. This is so cruel. Oh no!
yeah, a throw for a throw.
Yeah.
Goes for the burst. Yeah, you have to burst there, but unfortunately that oh wow, the 6P canceled. That was like, that's unfortunate. That was like the lowest damage normal possible for the situation, but it does not matter. Gonna be able to get the fire slash and close out the game. Robert tying it up 1-1 right now.
No, definitely good stuff from Robert right there. Just kind of coming back a little bit more at the end, playing a little bit more aggressively than we saw in the first round there, and really did mount a good comeback there and just played solidly and everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, this is definitely a case where it's a very momentum heavy matchup because of the fact that throws are going to be throws will beat DP. So you have all these situations where it's like in a lot of these other fighting games, it's way like, okay, you have strike throw, but with Soul, because he has that DP, it will be throw. Normally you can contest the throw there, not in this game. So the moment you start blocking, from a Soul player's perspective at least, the moment I start blocking, I'm like, geez, like it's. The DP's gonna beat the strike, but the throw I gotta jump, but the loses that, and there's less room to like play. Like there's it's no longer 3 options, it's those 2. But to be fair, most of those any of those options gonna lead to tons of damage. But finding the opening off the sweep there, the reversal as Viper, and yeah, nice use this, just sticking out the 2K. Oh, nice bait on the burst as well. Both players really getting into it. Counter hit. This is gonna be a ton of damage. Yeah, clean hit as well. Gonna connect with the. Oh yeah, just gonna connect with a 5P this time.
Yeah, actually, that is something interesting I'm seeing from Robert a lot. Just going for a lot of just like single hit stuff, making sure the wall breaks more than anything else, rather than maximizing the damage off the wall. And I mean, it's working for Robert. Don't get me wrong, but it's just a interesting thing to feel like it's like you got your combos down. I feel like you've probably seen the situation enough to know that you're gonna touch the wall and gonna break it at this point. So I don't know. I find it very interesting.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. It also is the case where sometimes, like especially with the clean hit Volcanic Viper situation, you will have a lot of those routes that will just be like this doesn't work. It's like depending on the height, like certain buttons will work, certain buttons won't work. and just going for like certain things will just like change up how the player like looks at things. So as you see, the reversal DP will be thrown off of that description. Zero was able to mount a huge comeback. And one of the things I saw with Robert that I thought was super interesting was Bandit Revolver RC with the H we saw a little bit earlier. I was like, I've never seen that before, but if you delay it, like Robert showed in that last round, if you delay it enough, it will whiff entirely, and then you can just do that fake out for the low. It's very interesting to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of options off that situation where you can like fake it, let it whiff, go for a throw, wild throw, or go for a 5K if you think they're privy on it, because by the time they react for like their own throw, oh, it's already too late. 5K is out in front of your face. Nice super reversal from Robert though on the back side of the corner. Baits out the throw. Gonna get a lot of damage off this. Gonna force the burst from Zero.
Yeah. Oh wow, got the connect with the jump slash. YRC blocked. Oh, the super. Did Robert bite? No. And the GG shake my head off that far slash. Gonna be going up 2-1.
No, that was definitely a very good situation. I know that it seems like a wild decision from Zero just overall, but I think that is a very, very good idea. Just because, okay, yeah, you blocked it. I'm negative. I think it's like 13 or something like that. But if you try to press a button, you're a little bit slow on it, or you're a little bit far from it. You have to use a little bit higher frame of a move. My super comes out and goes through it anyway. So if you try to normally punish it and you're a little bit slow, I lose nothing from this, and I win the match from this.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially like because at the range that the YRC did happen, like Soul's options are like Fafnir, 6S, like things like that, where it's like longer startup. So whenever you have those in mind, it's you're gonna be able to just like with those in mind, it's like okay, all these buttons aren't gonna necessarily punish me, and if you're trying to take your turn with them, you're gonna eat a super. So what's the option gonna be? And the Robert opting for the block there, and it just worked out. You know. Using the burst early, counter hit trades, getting the plus frame started, mixing up the far slash with the heavy.
I like the early burst though, because it kept the corner for Zero there until that last DP. And Zero's fighting very hard to keep the corner, and I actually like this pressure a lot from Zero. Just making sure to keep the pacing of the match completely in his favor.
You know, absolutely. Great neutral jump from Robert. Just using, the RC up just to make sure that the combo would work out. You're gonna be able to break the wall as well, build this positive bonus. Gets the confirm as well. Oh, but a little too far. Mori's finger. Daisuke's finger, I should say, rather.
Yeah, right.
Old habits die hard. Right?
Oh, dashes under as a cross-up, gets the burst. And even if Zero doesn't win this matchup, that is setting up a very good situation for the next match. Because now Robert has no burst, Zero does. If Zero's able to get off early in this match, we'll be able to get a lot of free damage, if not a whole round's worth of damage off on Robert.
You know, absolutely. That's what we saw earlier with that's one of the changes with Soul 6S that is the fact that now it's a little bit easier to use these low-profile moves against it. And Geo's just, like, it changes the economy of the neutral the matchup just because of how good the sweep is against 6S now. So has to play around that. Robert finds the opening though. Oh, unfortunate. Wasn't able to get the full combo off the opening. Now counter hits. No combo as well. Unfortunate, but another opening. RC should be able to take it.
Yeah.
And that should be Robert. Yeah, Robert's going to go up 3-1, finishing the set out.
Yeah, unfortunately, just baiting out that throw again against Zero. Very, very hard thing to do, and because Soul's backdash leads into one of his highest damage starting normals, it is even scarier to get your throw baited out against a character like Soul Bad Guy. So very, very unfortunate for Zero there, but definitely fought it out, fought really strongly, but Robert will move on in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like definitely is a case where, especially with Giovanna, right, where she's going to be doing a lot of like dash throw, and that the throw will still carry that momentum. So you're gonna have the like if Soul backdashes, you're forward dashing, you're gonna slide right close and just eat that counter hit close slash. And if you're doing the optimal combo, close slash into dash cancel, close slash, clean hit heavy DP, like 160 damage or something like that. Shake my hand?
Yeah, shake my hand. Hey, better luck next tournament, kid. It's like, oh, it just hurts the mind, body, and soul. And you sometimes think like, okay, well, the more I play the game, the more I'm gonna get used to it. We'll just kind of, we'll deal with it on like a personal basis and whatnot. I feel like Soul doesn't get there. It just hurts every time. And I just get frustrated every time. It's like, God, of course. What? Because this character needs this. And I get all sarcastic with myself and stuff. My lady's like, are you talking to somebody? It's like, no, I'm talking to the Soul bad guy gods, Daisuke Shibatari.
I'm talking to Daisuke's vision right now.
Yeah. The spirit of Daisuke's vision. Screw you, Daisuke. He's over at Japan, gets a chill down his back. He's like, whoa, that's me.
Sneezes. Oh, somebody's talking about me.
Yeah, gosh.
But no, I mean that's one of the things. Like just generally, a lot of like characters have really high damage in this game. So you're just gonna have these situations where it's like, you know, Soul's gonna make you like gonna delete you from one of the matches, or like Nago's gonna be able to delete you in certain situations. All these characters, once you get the right like starter or the right situation, it's like, yeah, this is gonna be a ton of damage. And Robert, if you're watching the stream, please go to the couch up on the second floor, or okay. Oh yeah, you can you can do that. Oh, there you go.
They did it.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so now, yeah, they got you the romantic style, the player 1 Althea, the player 2 Giovanna. Once again, going to be on the stream versus Eno.
And take over for a bit. I'm gonna have to go fix something real quick, so I'll be right back in like a minute.
Oh, good. All right, so Giovanna versus Eno. This is gonna be interesting because a lot of the Giovanna's tools we saw versus Soul right now, or for the past little bit, but it's going to be a lot of these like mid-range options, as well as like a strong 6P to contest with the general approach options of Althea. I'm just curious on how the rotation is going to be for Althea into whether you're using Stroke the Big Tree or you're using your hover dashes. Finding the openings right now, going to open up a romantic style burst, forced to burst quite early. 5H will connect. Going to be able to get the safe jump situation there. Nice use of the barrier for Althea just to create that space. Oh, unfortunate burst. That definitely was a like a finger flub, and now that will cost her the round more likely. I do believe. Wow, did not break the corner. Goes for the sweep.
I have returned, by the way.
All good, and now finding this opening here, just the mix up. Oh.
That was a great idea, and it's kind of surprising because it's one of the situations I backdash into their body. They have to be right next to me because I pushed them backwards. Oh, well, I'm still out of throw range, it looks like, because I turned around, and hurt boxes are a myth.
Yeah, no, using that DP, romantic style, getting the pressure started, gets the safe jump. And just, yeah, this pressure is going to be the biggest thing. Nice use of the 2S to counter poke the sweep. Oh, that jab confirm was crisp.
Yeah, God, getting a 15% off of the jab back into the corner on top of everything else, that is extremely good from Romantic Style. And Romantic Style's conversions so far have been super, super lit.
Yeah, and now has 100 meter on deck. How will Romantic use it? Yeah, just use it a little bit to just FD out, YRC, get some pressure on their side, and now trying to find the opening, but then, yeah, good poke with the low profile, and just high up game 1 right now. Round 3, let's get it.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of those things about Ino players, like kind of like the difference between what makes a good Ino player and what makes a great Ino player. Being able to use those like pokes like 2S and 5H and 2H to kind of poke and counter poke their opponent to get their maximum damage off of it. You're definitely seeing that from Alethea, and she's doing a great job of it, which makes it scary for Romantic Style to throw kind of their arbitrary buttons to kind of keep what they think will keep Ino out.
Yeah, absolutely. In the same vein, like, Romantic Styles is doing a great job of rotating the offensive options. Like you saw, they're just able to get the counter hits, just changing up, like, okay, I'm not usually pressing here, so now I'm going to press my button and counter hit you for it. Ooh, that was a nice 5K, but unfortunately, no follow-up. Going to confirm straight into the super, and that's so much damage to close out game 1.
That was some third strike style conversion right there. Just 2 hits straight into the super. They are trained to do that. That is years of experience. That's more than just playing Strive a lot. That's years of experience.
Yeah, that was just straight up like the 5K, get the 6P in there just for the bonus credit, and then just get the super in to close it out. Like, very good stuff. Especially because the fact that like Romantic Style was at 100% meter. It just was able, like, with that like additional damage to the super, was able to really close out. Yeah, that is actually part of the update with where the 6P is now faster, so now you can combo it from 5K into 6P more reliably. If I want to say more reliably, if not before, where it'd be, I think, highly situational. I want to say, I'm not entirely sure, but now going into game 2, Alethea, she, you know, on right now a little bit down, but able to find a start here with the 6B. Only cost the burst a little bit early, but now the 50-50.
Wow, great throw on the stroke the big tree. What a reaction from Romantic Style there.
Yeah, that was very nice. Ooh, big confirm. Oh yeah, that's gonna break the wall into the super as well. This is gonna lead to the safe jump. It doesn't even need this. Safe jumping into ground too.
Right, imagine a safe jump. Oh, the 2D again, preventing Alethea from getting in. Now, finds her back to the corner here. Romantic Style just styling right now, Alethea.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, gotta be respecting the plus frames. And oh, not this time around. Gonna be able to get something started here. Goes for the overhead, a couple of staggered lows. Plus frames, you just gotta use that to extend the pressure, get the real close and personal. BRC, nice with the confirm from the overhead into the 6H. And now, finding the ultimate, 100 meter on deck. Gonna use one for the YRC. Oh, that burst was a gambit and did not pay off for Alethea. Now, even if she wins this round, unless she gets like, the round goes real long for the next one, it won't be seeing it back. And now, yeah, goes for the double overhead this time, first time in the set.
Yeah, it's like not the first time just she's gone for it just because, you know, she decided to go for it. This is the first time that she's had Romantic Style in a position to be able to get a mix-up situation that's a little bit more cheeky. But now we're back to business. Romantic Style just completely steamrolling over the matchup and just being so straightforward and forceful throughout everything.
Oh yeah, that fast RC will do it.
I didn't react. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I got hit.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm flying through the air right now with the greatest of ease, just catching on these freaking flyer miles right now. But damn, Romantic Style playing really strong here, going 2 up against Alethea.
yeah, no, that was definitely just a really good showing, and just like a lot of these situations, just Romantic gets the confirm, finds the knockdown, gets the OTG that leads into the safe jump, and you gotta guess. And Alethea's been doing a good job of just using the FD to force Romantic out, and so that way a lot of the pressure they have to go for the earlier dashes or try to go for more of the throws. But now we're gonna see if this is gonna be like how that's gonna change in this game 3. Will Romantic keep up with this pressure? Oh, with that confirm, that was a really nice confirm.
Yeah, it has to be very, very scary for Alethea because every single mistake that she makes and Romantic Style counterplays, it doesn't matter what button it is, Romantic Style confirms into a lot of damage every single time. Oh, I liked it. I like that. That was perfect. So that is a situation that Io can set up specifically. Let the wall slump happen and just do a lot of visual mixing up. And you don't know the timing of anything. So you just have to actually like make a 4-way guess up between so many of Ino's different options. It's terrifying. And then ultimately, it's going to do something into super and it's safe anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if it doesn't lead to the super, it's just 3 hits will break the wall again in that situation, which both can be set up from the high-low. And then you're just going for it again and again, and it just sets up for a really strong mix-up situation.
Right, and that's the exact power that Ino wants to bring to the field here. But now, Romantic Style fighting back here with that YRC. Now, Alethea back on her defense, and it's like, will she be able to get another opportunity to mix up Romantic Style? Ooh, it's a good start, though.
Yeah, finding this opening and now gets the corner situation. Baits out the burst. That is huge for Alethea. Now gets the dust, but not going to be able to confirm off of. There we go. That should be doing. Yeah, the 5H going to hit that rift into like well, not tying it up rather, but bring it up to score 2-1. Yeah. Alethea not out of it.
Great stuff from Alethea there. Really waking up in that next match. Maybe just going a little bit more on the offensive. Really helped out a lot and caught Romantic Style just a bit off guard, which is, I mean, as an Ino player, is the exact thing you need. That half a second of, oh, I thought you were going to do this. I messed up, and now I'm knocked down. Oh, laddie. Oh, boy. Here we go. We're going on Ino's crazy ride again.
Yeah, high, low, command throw, super. Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, God, I forgot about the command throw super also on top of everything else. Jeez, it just, there's a laundry list of things you have to go through.
Yeah, you're like panicking on like, I'm gonna get like death by 1,000 needles, and then Ino's like, let me help you with that. Let me just make it one with like a 60% command throw.
Yeah, just sits there like, yo, did you know I was the best grappler in the game? And Gordo from Under Night just nods like, haha, yeah.
Oh my goodness, well, finding this opening out with the chemical love goes for the low this time. A burst out from romantic style very early on. Counter hit. This is the momentum that he needed. The super, that's gonna connect for so much damage. It's a safe jump, and any hit, any opening I want to say will be able to kill. YRC baited!
Oh my gosh, that save jump really coming out into play there. Romantic style now on match point.
Yeah, that was surgical from romantic style that round, and now just needs to find this opening. Alethea getting things started. She's gonna be able to get a little bit of pressure going, plus frames. That's gonna be a little bit more plus because of the FD, and now gets the mix up. That is gonna be a guard crush. Goes for the throw. Great timing. 6H
here, trying to use the note, trying to catch out the jump. Yeah, forces romantic style to not jump forward thanks to the note being there, and maybe expecting to block it. Whips right out and just gets put right back into the corner there. Now Alethea trying to prevent romantic style from moving on in the bracket.
Yeah, Alethea is looking good right now, but we're gonna see if romantic style's thoughts on it. Right, the counter hit far slash is gonna be doing a little bit of work here, trying to bait on a throw with that air dash, but no dice. Alethea respecting the ender, the special kick a lot, but now has to use the burst just to get things started. Yeah, oh, nice use of the hover dash as well.
Yeah,
this is what.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely huge going to the corner here. Actually emptying out the life a little bit, but romantic style is the one with a bunch of meter, but Alethea will get her meter going forward here. So let's see if they can be able to tie it out, and romantic style cannot do anything because there's no burst on the table.
Oh wow, yeah, the YRC coming out, YRC for YRC, wait for the, yeah, that's, even if you have, that's one of the things about it, is YRC is such a good defensive option in a lot of situations, but then the moment you have, like, you have that 50 meter and you're like, whatever, I'm just gonna block that next button and YRC it, like, it's fine. And then you have Ino who's like, oh, you're gonna block the next button? Oh, you're gonna block? You're not gonna press the buttons?
Yeah. What?
Hello time.
Yeah, the absolute buffoonery on this fool. Watch this. And like, even on top of all that, it's like, oh, I'm gonna block high and low. I'm gonna block this whack ass mix up. And the mix up is I threw you. And
yeah,
it's
exactly.
the most annoying throw and painful throw in the world.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I have to YRC this next thing, and it's like, oh, you're gonna block my throw? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, go for it. Let's test.
No, let me know how that works out, and then I'll see you on Scrub Coats later.
Yeah, let me know how that works out right now in this game 5 between these two. Alethea with just the reverse 2-0 right now, tying it up and looking good while doing it, but now Romantic definitely not out of it. They've been close games even with that being said, and now finding the opening, Chemical Love gonna be able to get the overhead this time around.
Now pushing towards the corner here. Nice stroke the big tree. Double up and maximizing the damage. This is one mix up away, especially on a safe jump situation. That's terrifying. You have to guess and would have probably had enough meter or burst to be able to get out of the next situation if things really went south. And now Alethea on match point.
Yeah, that was really good. Like you mentioned, the potential of the save jump is like, who needs a save jump when I can just be +5? Forcing the situation now. Nice use of the 5K. Romantic style hasn't been matching a lot of the defensive or offensive situations, I should say, for Alethea now. Finding that opening. Oh wow, the burst. Yeah, I really like that burst. Just gonna force Romantic into the corner. Good block. Good throw.
Now, like, the shoe is on the other foot here. Romantic style pushing so much and using that K9 cannon as a meaty gets so many plus frames. And Alethea just has their back as well, trying to fight their way out, but has so little life, can only make so little mistakes. And there it is, the 5K to close it out. Now one apiece here, both of them looking to progress in the tournament.
Yeah, this is down to the final, like, this is just down to the wire between these two. Like, very good set so far. But we're probably gonna see both bursts come into play at some point. Just how will they be applied? We're about to find out. Romantic has it on deck, gonna cash it out real early. Yeah, does not want to get any momentum started, but Alethea gonna be able to take a turn, goes for the hover dash low this time around.
Back dash is out there. Great conversion right there from Romantic style to just move out of the situation. But Alethea with the YRC with that 50 meter. And like you said, the burst is still on deck. So Alethea right now is actually in a pretty decent position, especially with the life lead right now.
Yeah, even if the Romantic does find this opening, Alethea will have that burst eventually. But now, YRC still in it. That little, like, any touch can kill Romantic, but it's about if you're able to get that touch. Oh yeah, K9 Cannon gonna be able to get something started. Yeah, finally. Oh yeah, calling out the axe kick the moment that it was the most important. It just went for that 6P. The quick cancel into the stroke the big tree. Gonna be a low that's gonna close out the set with Alethea taking a reverse 3-0. tying it up with the 3-2, like
Yeah.
the reverse sweep.
And it's funny because earlier I saw in the chat, Lethia was like, "Oh yeah, I rewatched my earlier match." I'm like, "Oh wow, people have heard of me." Well, no shit. Good. Have you seen your matches? You're this good. What do you mean, people? Wow, people have heard of me. You're damn good. Revel in it. People are loving what you're doing, and keep it up. You are whooping ass in this tournament. Alethea, moving on.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And with that, that will be Alethea will be fighting Robert in our winners finals.
Mm-hmm.
But now it looks like we will be dropping down to the, I want to say, loser side of things. We will be having, or lower bracket, whichever one. Will be. It looks like we have Romantic Style versus Yurikov, and we have Zero versus Chocolate Atomica, who's just made a progress so far. We did have some of the matches off stream. So Chocolate Atomica did take a 3-0 over last Cody. That is good showing. And then Yurikov actually had a down to the wire set with Larry Cage. With that 3-2. So now we will be seeing one of those two first. I will check the chat. Okay, yeah, it will be Romantic Style versus Yurikov. So that's going to be interesting. Romantic coming right back up to bat. We're going to see how it's going to work out.
Also, I'm gonna move my character a bit just to make sure. If PS4 is like, yeah, you're playing video games, though, I can tell. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Like that just want to be like, oh yeah, no, don't want to be in that rest mode the moment a set gets started.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, well, I mean, I could press buttons. I guess it wouldn't matter, but all at the same time.
Absolutely, yeah. So this is gonna be Giovanna versus Milia or Axel, I want to say.
Okay.
I imagine the Milia is gonna be the option for Yurikov here.
Mm-hmm. It's like Alethea is still here. It's like, that's weird.
Yeah,
Damn it,
the strat
Yurikov,
lobby's
move
a little
over.
weird.
Damn it. Romantic side was already set up.
Uh,
I have some time. I'm gonna hold out. If you're
Okay,
flips the script here. But if not,
See,
not the biggest.
yeah, I mean, I could just say, I could just add him in the Discord.
I mean, you could, but I'm having an exciting time here.
Oh, okay. You're trying to see,
Yeah, there we go. If
Yeah,
I yell
that's
loud
good.
enough, people will listen. That's
It's
how the
just-
U.S. presidency works, anyway. No, you're a cop. I didn't mean it.
That's the mix-up. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
and
gosh,
if you
I
want to
deserve
mix
that, I deserve
Yeah.
that. I
and if
earned
you
this.
if you want to mix people up with the greatest of ease, head on over to hitbox.com. I want to say hitboxarcade.com/Vortex Gallery. One of the big sponsors for the event. Gonna be a great controller, very ergonomic. Gonna it has the benefits of a fight stick while not being better for your hands, and it's great for you have certain inputs can be a little bit easier to do. Some things are obviously a little bit harder than others, but overall fantastic controller. And thanks again for Hitbox for sponsoring the event. We also will have some nice drip to go with your controller. We do have 86. Tell them about 86 there, Ryuno.
Yo, 86 with the official merchandise has been the official merchandise of the FGC for quite a long time, starting with Squirrel Girls and now bring it throughout all various games within the FGC. They have been supporting the community, and so definitely if you want to give back to them and get some sweet swag out of it, then go on over to 86.com and use the 10% code for these Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear merchandises. So you see on screen there for Blaze Blue, VRTX BB2021. And we have the Guilty Gear shirt here with Soul Ass Guy on there. Look at that chest. And we got that for 10% off the coupon code VRTXGG2021. Both these coupons expire September 30th. So check it out, give them some love, and come out with that real good, actually cool anime swag.
Yeah, and especially if you're going over to Pinnacle with some of that swag, is going to be a nice look for you. Going to be October 8th through the 10th. So this coming weekend, I want to say, not this current one, but next weekend it will be over in Vancouver. We do have many good tournaments with a lot of big prize pools going over. So if you're trying to get into some of that CF Action 750, Strive, if you're over in that Vancouver area, 4K for the pot, if you're in the area, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely put on by a lot of I want to say I want to say a lot of the people have been like known for having just Pinnacle having a great time, good stuff to them, and keep up the good work. And yeah.
And I believe both players are here, and I have been mixed for the final time, so I will switch their names, and they can get going whenever they're ready.
Yeah, all right. So it looks like they're good to start while we adjust the names. And I mean, this is gonna be interesting. So going for the romantic is stuck.
Oh shit! Oh no, I don't think I turned my hit on. Shit! All right, I have to cancel out the room. All right, I think I have to cancel out the room. Sorry.
Yeah.
Give me a second here.
All good. So, resetting room, letting the players know.
And I'll turn the hits on. Somewhere in the options, I just don't know where.
I think it's at the bottom. It's like one of the bottom options, just so that way you can kick the person off of the.
Right, I forgot about that function. That function.
Oh my goodness, it's.
Alright, there we go. Specific.
Oh my goodness, yeah, just like that. Now we're gonna have. Alright, keyword.
K5.
I can type it out.
Oh, too late. I was too fast.
Oh yeah, oh, you got it. Yeah. Oh shit.
I did it wrong. Oh wait, you did it wrong. Never mind.
No, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Hold on. Let me. Don't need to mix them up. The Y's next to the T. What can I say?
Gray. Update. Room. Stream room. All right, there we go. All right. And then I should probably also add Yuri Cub and
Romantic style.
There we go. Yo, did I hear my follower notification? Actually, as a matter of fact, I haven't even got to look at my follower list all that much. Yo, thank you for all the follows, by the way, throughout this stream here. I greatly appreciate the support, even though I'm coming in as like a pinch hitter for the stream. So thank you all for supporting. I greatly appreciate that. But make sure you put your main support to Vortex Gallery. Yes, I stream and all that sort of stuff, but make sure that Vortex Gallery is the one who gets you love, especially Guzman Gaming 1, who was supposed to be streaming it, and unfortunately, circumstances hit. But we're putting the C in community, so I'm here for you.
Hey, that's good to hear. So now, with that, oh yeah, you gotta get that little bit of a delay to start things off and
catch up here.
Yeah. All right. And now that really looks like we're all caught up, and now fighting the opening. Yeah, this is like Yurkov. This is the thing is like, yeah, Yurkov. I was about to say it's down that life total, but just fighting this one opening can be huge. The wire C for a wire C, run up throw. It's gonna be 50-50. Baited out the potential throw call out, and now no cancel off the dust. Just gonna try run up and get some pressure started. Romantic style ready for it. Able to get this next touch situation. Nice throw tech. Oh, gonna get the opening as well. What's the schmixerization? The double dash.
Just say schmixerization.
Yeah, and take it into the station.
Yeah! All right, beautiful. 10 out of 10. Love you, buddy.
Love you too, man. Got this pressure started here from Romantic Style. Gonna be able to get the pressure. Oh, unfortunately, it was only one cancel. These canine cannons.
Right. I mean, if at this point, if you're gonna block that mini and you're gonna raise your risk gauge like that, Romantic Style is the kind of player who converts off of anything anyway and will get a lot of damage off it. So they're completely fine playing the canine cannon coward game.
I mean, yeah, look, if you believe in plus frames enough to not press a button, then by all means, like, just plus frames and plus frames and plus frames.
Right.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's big. Oh, did it actually opt for the OTG instead of just trying to go for this mix-up, and now gonna be able to get a just needs to find this one opening. Oh my goodness.
That was like actual fundamentals and Fruzies right there. That was at the very end of that JS.
Yeah, that was just like the max spacing you could get for that JS. That was very well placed from Yurikov. Just getting that hop into the JS is like, especially because like if the hop is very good at calling out anti-air attempts. So especially like at that spacing, it's like it's the layers, right? You have the okay, you try to anti-air me, here's the hop. You didn't anti-air me, here's this jump slash. Did you block or hit? Well, I'm gonna get my turn either way.
Right, because it hits so low to the ground and so far away that it's like you can't really challenge it without doing something like absolutely behemoth, like a reversal DP situation at that point, expecting them to run in at you.
Yeah, absolutely. And now gets a little bit of the he's catching up, and yeah, just like that, founds the counter, and okay, all this meter to work with. Gets the car, gonna get the OTG, gets some pressure started. The burst is eaten. This is big for Yurikov. Gets the cross up. Wire C. Nice throw.
Now the corner is now Romantic Styles here. Gonna see if they can block it potentially, but no, gonna use the super and break the wall. Now this is a safe jump situation for Yurikov. And Yurikov has shown that they're very good at safe jump situations and hard knockdowns. So let's see how this all goes here. Romantic Style blocking the RC overhead. That is something you definitely have to be ready for. And there's the confirms again from Romantic Style.
Yeah, oh wow, the safe jump was a little too off, or maybe that super is just fast enough to call out the safe jump attempt from Romantic Style, and just like that, Yurikov with a dodge check or forge it on his side, able to close out that game. Well, yeah, that round rather. Nice IB, gonna get the mix-up left side, right side. I don't know which side, but gonna be able to get that throw. You can't block one of those, amigo.
Oh my gosh, and using that anti-air situation again. Yurikov to stay on top of Romantic Style. And I'll give it to Romantic Style. Romantic Style is blocking real good considering the situations that are being thrown their way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, the defense is just superb. And now, nice use of the air throw. It's gonna be good cancel for the flip. Gonna be able to force more plus frames. Just like that. Now the burst is off the table. Oh my goodness, yeah, a DP. This unfortunate, no confirmed. The 6P connects, and then just needs to find something. Yurikov recognizing as the FD it. All the mix-up is it here? The gold burst.
Bad situation right now. Just gonna 6P it on the other end. Gosh, had so much meter to work with, had the gold burst, and the gold burst landed, so that means that Romantic Style has a good chunk of their burst back. They might be able to get it back because Yurikov, or I should say Millia, as a player, has to hit you a ton of times, so that does build up a lot of burst meter. But speaking of building up meter, the risk is on table right now.
Yeah, the caution signs are out, roadwork is ahead, and now we're gonna see if that's how big the damage can be coming into play, but using the 6P to get something started, the risk gauge is going to crank down a little bit while the mix-up starts flowing. Yeah, good opening. This is exactly what Yurikov needs. Not only just the fact of you're just getting this damage on the table, but also just you're not getting melted for this risk gauge. And now it keeps just the mix-up is so filthy. Oh my goodness.
Even the best defenders in the world have to break down a little bit after getting opened up in the lightest ways over and over. Of course, there's physical damage to the game. Yes, you may be doing like 10% per interaction, but now there's a mental damage that does not leave the player for the longest time. It is really hard to say, oh, I was unlucky on mixing this up, or blocking this mix-up, I should say, but that's still gonna stick with them. It's like, well, what did they do last time in this situation? What did they do in this situation? Are they going to replicate it? Can I be able to defend it? Was I slow on defending, or did I just not commit to defending? There's so many things running through Romantic Style's head now, most likely, that Yurikov definitely has a good chance in here to just kind of keep up that mental mix.
Yeah, it's like not only that's the case, like to tie on to that rather, it's the case of like, yeah, you're only getting this little bit of damage each time you find this opening, or like you're thinking about this stuff, but it's all, like it's the case of like, you know, maybe you aren't doing like 2-touch, 3-touch, or you're not, the damage output is the same between the two characters on the screen, but one of them's getting left, right, high, low mix up that you can cancel your overhead into another overhead into another overhead.
Right.
Ooh, but the big, like we saw last time, the risk gauge is great.
Woo!
The 6P connects, but it is going to be a rough starter, so not going to be too much damage on the table, actually. Nice using the flips, but nice jump out. Yurikov goes for the double dash into the heavy, using the JD. Yeah, the JD for a little bit of a trick, and now going to be able to set up for the Oki off of the super wall break. What's the mix-up like?
Yeah, Yurikov doing a great, oh, that sucks. But yeah, Yurikov doing a great job of like mixing now in with a lot of confidence in all the mixes actually landing. There's now going in the visual mix-up aspect of the side of things, which is like the last layer on the mental mix-up cake. And Yurikov is going to be eating well tonight here.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Finds this mix-up, goes for the cross-up this time around. The burst barely connects. A nice block on the dust, but a little bit too far for the 2K to do the punish. And now this is the corner mix-up. It is time to guess. Nice, able to block the mix-up option, and now we're not done mixing. corner, not corner, Billy is gonna mix you up, and Yurkov's gonna show that the next situation can kill. And just like that, like we saw romantic at the beginning of the set, or the between the two, just go for that. Like, I'll get called out once for thinking that Yurkov is gonna go for the throw into the heavy disc into like a throw. It got called out once and never went for it again.
Right.
And now, just off of that ending, Yurkov just able to get that mix-up. That last mix-up that you don't see that often, is gonna be the last one to get you.
Yeah, the no mix-up is always important to keep under your belt, because now that, you know, Yurikov had set up so much of the mix-up game into the brain of their opponent, everything is as real as it seems, Lyle. It's like, oh, every single thing that I do now just is much more terrifying, and I could do literally anything I want, even the most simple mix. I can roll the odometer over 99999 back to 0 and just keep it super simple, and you're just overthinking it at this point. Your engines are revving way too high to be able to slow down this much.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like the other thing with like blocking Milia is like one of those situations where like as the defender, you're like, okay, they've done this habit. Like after a throw, they'll do this. They could throw me. They could cross me up. They could go high, low. They could go double high. Oh, like, okay, let me try to think on what they've been doing. What should I do? Which one's gonna do the most damage? Should I do this? And then the Milia is like, I will cross you up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're, as the defender, you're trying your best to like consider every option while also not trying to like, you know, melt your brain. Whereas the offense, it's definitely like a little bit less strenuous. Like, you can get that situation like overthinking on offense and be like, okay, they know that I know that they know that I know. But that's where you just gotta go back to the classics, or like, oh, okay, you have it. I know you're gonna dig this, and just go with a new option.
Right. And I mean, even in like those situations, like maybe there's kind of like a relegation point where you just say, okay, you're overconfident now. You're going to be going for options. I'm going to super or just DP on Wake Up now. Like, screw it. I'm going in for the full damage and taking my turn back by force.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of force now, we're going to have Chocolate Atomica, who showed some force the first time he was on stream, which is very aggressive playstyle versus Zero. Now let's see how it's going to go down between these two. Chip is made out of a paper bag, so he will die to whatever Zero is cooking. He might be dead.
Case in point, I think, right now. Yep.
Yep.
I like how also Chip is not made out of, like, paper, like, which could, like, be multiple pieces of paper. No, just one paper bag. Just a singular paper bag makes up the entirety of Chip.
And not even, like, one of those ones that are, like, the thick brown paper bags. It's just, like...
that 99-cent for, like, 200 of them paper bag.
Yeah, the one that you know, like, you get at the fast food place, and you know the moment it leaves their hands, it's gonna break.
Yeah, it's just gonna disintegrate the fries into your hand.
But now, this time around, Chocolate Atomica was able to find the opening and get Zero on the, like, bleeding. Oh, throw to get things started, the wire C out, able to get the 2K to the combo, and now it's a 50-50, and just like that, the Alpha Blade is gonna connect.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow, nice 2D on the jump in there, working as a functional anti-air. Hey, that's pretty alright. And even though that nerf J2K from Chip, definitely still does a lot of work in most matchups here. You still have to be very, very ready for it. And I think Chocolate Atomica is going to do a very good job just mixing things up just enough to make it very hard for Zero to counteract.
You know, absolutely. It's definitely, like, the nerf makes it a little bit easier to anti-air, and it's a little bit, like, worse just, like, as a go-to option. But, oh, with never getting hit on the dome with that one, it's going to hurt. But, yeah, he has to use the burst. And now it's down to this situation. Blocks the overhead. Tries to jump out, try to bait something. The wire C to keep him in the corner. You're staying. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Right. And Jonathan actually doing a great job using backdashes on Wake Up. And Zero is whipping a lot of things on Wake Up. And Chocolate is really capitalizing on those situations, getting out of the corner, and then finishing off Zero all in one fell swoop based off an extremely good backdash. And it's just very consistent throughout with it. And that gets them the first point.
Yeah, it's a very good, it's a big thing to know as a player, and like able to just adapt and adjust on the fly is whatever, like, you're recognizing, like, okay, Zero's doing a lot, like, keeping, like, even with like the mix-in of like your meaty throws or whatever, like your delayed throws to call out like just defensive wake-ups, like just wake-up block. Like just recognizing, going for a lot of these options that if you just delay that backdash, you're fine with blocking it. And you know, sometimes if you want to, if you don't want to delay it to call out the normal, then by all means. But just like if you think that they might go for that throw, all you got to do is get that one backdash and get that momentum on your side.
Yeah. And I mean, even on top of that, like even if they kind of do like that safe kind of like normal 5K move and whatnot, and there's just enough recovery off of it to get yourself a summer frame advantage, that is huge for most of the cast, and that will pay off super well.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we've seen a lot is Zero's been using a lot of the flip kick, and it's working out a lot for their favor, but it's just the case where Chocolate Tonka does have that DP, can be like opting to go for it, but it's just, you have to be so ready for it, and a lot of Geos don't tend to go for that one. Because of the fact that, like, okay, you will be, you are susceptible to certain options, but not susceptible to that YRC ready for it. Zero with a very strong round one.
Yeah, once again, that YRC being like up to like -16, I believe. I don't remember the exact frame data, but that is definitely enough for a 2K to come out and take the round here. And now Zero seems to be trying to chase down Chancla a little bit more here. And with no luck, Zero's kind of getting a little bit run over here with the options that Chancla is still very brave to throw out and making sure that they fight back as efficiently and as effectively as possible.
You know, we mentioned a little bit about it with Billy, where it's like, you know, death by 1,000 strikes, you're getting like, you know, left, right, high, low mix up all going around. And Chip is a very similar character in that sense, where you're getting mixed up for all these things. It's not doing a ton of damage, but you have to guess right again and again and again. It can be very mentally draining. And now, using that burst to just call out the forward movement, RC can't burst that one. And yeah, closing out that round. Oh, and the taunt? Was that a taunt?
Yeah, that was a taunt.
That's, oh, my man is feeling it. 6Ps collide.
Yo, that was very clean and clever. Now both of them, now Chancla fighting to the fourth corner here, but 6P resurrected. Tries to go for the throw, but the BRC, they went for a jump version of BRC, so they were airborne on that one, and the throw does miss, but no real punish off of it for Chancla Tomica.
Yeah, now just try to get this option. Yeah, try to go for that little bit of a shimmy on Zero's wake up, and now gonna be losing his turn for it. Oh wow, what is plus Ripstone non-believer? Using that 2K to try to get out of the situation. Now getting the throw after the YRC. BRC gonna go, and unfortunate, was not able to get the full combo off that jump heavy. Now that jump heavy also no confirm the DP is gonna come out next. Take a kill for either character in the delay. Rekka, very good mix up there from Chocolate Tonka.
And this is the exact same way that Chocolate Atomica won their previous match, where they were on that last hit situation. It's like, okay, now I hit with this Rekka. Am I going low or not? Yes, no. And it really catches that jump out extremely well because of the fear of the throw or the other follow-ups that might happen.
Absolutely, yeah. This is just very good awareness, and that's the one thing. As a fellow aggressive player myself, I can say for Chocolate Atomica, like, you want to get in the opponent's head. Because the worst thing about being an offensively oriented player is that the moment your opponent just starts blocking, or like just more so is like not wanting to play your speed of game, wanting like, okay, you're gonna run at me and I'm gonna like counter poke you or things like that. So if you're trying to get in their head using these taunts, just play like just get real aggressive, get real jiggy with it. It can be just get into that psyche and say we're both gonna play aggressive and we're gonna start swinging. Can be very important. I think that's what Chocolate Atomic is trying to do right now with this mental warfare, because we've definitely seen Zero be a little bit more proactive in on defense, like going for more of these buttons compared to what we normally have been seeing.
Ooh, and now Zero chasing back Chancla back into the corner here, trying to maybe once again counteract a little bit the backdash situation that we see in Chancla actually find a lot of success off of. Oh, misses the confirm, but that is a weird super. It doesn't end where you think it was. It kind of ends in like a small pewter, and unless you've seen it block once, you don't know where to fight. You don't know when to fight it, and you don't want to hit it either, because then if you get hit by any piece of it, it leads into animation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's definitely one of the ones where it's like you can whiff punish it, or like you can contest it after it's done whiffing, but it's like, are you done yet? Are you done yet?
Yeah,
if you run into any of these fists, then it's your problem.
Right, exactly. Hey, I'm gonna start swinging my arms like this. And now Zero trying to swing their arms back and their legs and their dog all the way back to his Chancla. finding themselves in the corner here. Nice BRC to try to jump out there. Nice J2K on the slowdown. Makes it very hard to anti-air. And now the mix-up city. Oh my god! Again! Chocoto is crazy!
Dude, Chocolate Atomica is giving him the...
Oh my god.
my
Okay.
God.
Chocolate Atomica is playing with a level of disrespect to make sure their opponent comes in on them. And it baits out a lot of stuff. But 2K takes it again against Zero. And that leaves Chocolate Atomica moving on to the next round.
Yeah, oh, that was mad disrespectful. But able to use just like go over that mental warfare, just getting like really feeling themselves. And we were talking before we went live about it a little bit. Just if you haven't popped off a little bit before the game is finished, have you been playing fighting games that much?
Yeah, are you really living? And I feel like that's definitely a part of Chunkless playstyle. That very I'm going to add frustration to you being on defensive, you getting hit by stuff. Because if I can add more of that onto you, that's the more impatient you get, that's the more mistakes you make, and that's absolutely how I want to play this game. And as we were kind of even talking about earlier on the stream, before we started the stream, there's that online has that comfort level of like, or I should say these tournaments have their comfort level of being online, being at home, being in your personal, generally optimal setting that you can set up yourself. And I think Chonkula is getting a lot of that right now. Just saying, yeah, cool. It's a free tournament. I didn't have to go anywhere. I might have spent tonight at home anyway, just big chilling. I have nothing to lose by going full ham like this and really just throwing everything out on the table.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of those ones where it's just like, you know, you're just hanging out at your PJs, just playing in a free tournament. It's like if you know, if you do explode, then hey, but it like if you do explode, then nothing's happening. Like it, you know, it's free to enter. That's just I'm hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah. If you need to go to sleep after a sick ass mix up, you can. You're in your pajamas, like you mentioned.
All right, so it looks like we will be. Oh, it looks like we're running loser semis first.
Maybe. I'm just going by my list here.
Gotcha. Yeah, it should be. Normally, it's winners finals and then losers semis, losers finals, grand finals. Let me. Yeah, no, it's.
Well, they're saying wait, so they're gonna get in the back. They're gonna figure out on the back side here. We're gonna figure out on the front side here.
Yeah, it should. Okay, yeah. It's all good, Cheap.
You're good. Can I get 3 minutes? Oh, well, maybe we do want to run.
All right, hold on, Cheap. Maybe you wanted something.
Yeah, hold on. Maybe Chocolate is already has the brain power. Well, I mean, if Alethea needs the time, everyone wins. We can push it through. Yeah, let's do it. Well, no, we can't run winners because Alethea needs the break.
Oh, Yurikov's in another. Oh no!
Can Yurikov play their match now? Yurikov. Oh, sorry, guy. I missed it. Yurikov is also in loser's side. So
this is some. Granted, it's not going to be nearly as long, I imagine, but it's going to be. It's. Do you remember it was Evo 2018 with BB Tag top 8 going on while Under Night top 8 was going on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and because Hi-Ho was in top 4 for Under Night and had to play all of BB Tag top 8 before they could go. And Brett and Fox are trying their best to just stall for 2 hours.
Yeah, gosh, that had to be like a nightmare scenario. Just like, well, we've talked about everything. We've talked about Las Vegas, then we talked about politics, and then we talked about what could be in space. Look, I love you, buddy. I got stuff to talk about. I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was so... Man, I just remember every time I hear like, oh, this player's stuck, or like, or this player's doing something, or this player's doing something, or like we're waiting on like one match or whatever. I always just remember that and just like them waiting because it was Brett was supposed to stream the top 32 for CF that year for any Evo.
Oh yeah.
And we were all like just kind of like we weren't like it was supposed to be like that was supposed to finish up. He was supposed to have a break and then able to set things up and whatnot. And then so that was his stream because while BB Tag was finishing and a bunch of the CF players that were watching were like, all right, let's come over and and get ready for top 32.
Mhm.
And we're all just look over, and Brett's just like, finally, a match. Oh, that was a fun event.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, on a certain degree, I understand why people don't feel as strongly towards Evo as they did in prior years and everything like that. But you know, sometimes you get into like little things like that. It's like, you know, this is the only kind of stuff that can happen at Evo, when you get all your best players all in one area and they mess everything up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, Evo was definitely, you know, has its issues, plenty. But it's also the case where, like, you know, sometimes, even if it could be any event, as long as you have your killers there, as long as you have like that one memorable event or whatnot, that's like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
like 2 hours, like waiting for, like, okay, Hayo, we need you to play.
Yeah.
Like, you're the only person we're waiting on, and we really don't want to DQ you because you're playing at like one of the official events or whatever.
Yeah, the qualifying events at the time.
Yeah, so it's just like, okay, like we'll wait for you. Does anybody want to run casuals on the stream setup?
Yeah, like, please, dear God, save us.
Give us something to talk about.
Right.
Oh.
Alright, so let me get these fixed up here. Lethia, and then... I'm not on the right... Oh, wait, no, I am. I am. Good job, me. And then A.R. Robert. Scrapping out here in a winners finals. These two have fought their way through, and now they're going to be guaranteed top 3 here in the event here. And if you haven't already, definitely hit that Matcherino so that these fine folks can get some good payouts for busting their asses off, especially through us having to fix everything in the last second.
Absolutely, yeah. Here, I'll drop that Matcherino in the chat room. So go over, claim some of those codes, and get things started. Both these players, like mentioned, top 3 guaranteed. They are in the money, and make sure to line their pockets a little bit. Like Robert's trying to get in the pockets right now with these far slashes, just trying to find that opening, able to get something started, but didn't want to commit to the Oki situation.
Yeah, and definitely doing that backdash thing that it has definitely paid off for Robert a lot. Doing the backdash, trying to bait out the throw and everything like that. But Alethea is a very defensive player as we've seen so far, and just completely fine with just waiting for the mistake to happen. There it was already, just saying, cool, you RC'd, you're kicking, that's fine, that's not a big deal. Don't worry, folks, the license is fake. Don't worry about it, we're good.
Yeah,
We've seen it 4 times.
Yeah, the license not going to be the issue, but right now the big issue right here is, oh wow, the 5K going to call out the JD situation. Nice use of the JPs. That's one you see more traditionally, just getting the double overhead into the plus frames or the command throw. Or even the low. It's such a dangerous situation.
Right, absolutely terrifying. And right now, Alethea is doing a great job navigating Robert's options right there and just trying to mitigate all of them. So like backdashing on the far slash situation when it's at its furthest range, whiffs out anything else, but at the same time, even if it does hit while they don't have meter, it does minimal damage, not too far away, and it forces Robert to make the approach rather than anything else. So definitely Alethea weighing out the options that she has in every situation there.
You know, it's very good, like, it was just gauging risk-reward, and are able to get the counter hit here. This is going to be a ton of damage, and Alethea bleeding right now. This is not how you want to get the next bit started. Make it burst safe. Oh, unfortunate misinput on the FAF here. Now, Alethea gets a shot. Second chance at life. Got a ticket to ride.
All right, nice mix up there. All right, the burst is out on the table. Goes for the super on the approach. That was so smart. And baits out the burst. This is going to be so good. So much damage on top of everything else. And Alethea takes it.
She's got a ticket to ride.
That was so good. I mean, I know we were talking about popping off early, but I think that preserves a little bit of a fist, like, yeah! Just that fist rise. Yeah, I did it.
Absolutely. And nice to timing the gold burst so that way you're able to, like, call out that gap there and just get all this meter to work with. Using it to wire C now, both tying up the meter. All right.
I like that too. That bait out for the forward dash out in the air and force an anti-air to come out, and then using Soak the Big Tree to go under the 6P. That was extremely good. But now this is a bad situation for Alethea, and Robert takes the first match.
Yeah, that definitely is just a, like, even after you have one of those rounds like that, right? Like, you're just big comeback. Everything's right. You're in your opponent's head and you feel yourself. You like it. You gotta. Sometimes it's that reality check of that's just that one round. And you could keep that pressure up. You could like keep up that great play, but then your opponent also has a chance of being right, and then get punching you for 40% or 30% and whatnot into the next 40-30 and whatnot. So very like a very big snapback from Robert in that round 3.
Yeah, and I definitely have to say, when you're on the opposite end of having a comeback, sometimes you have to sit there and say, yeah, but how did you get in that situation in the first place? How did you get in the 95% life deficit? Because the stuff I was doing worked. So I think Robert saw that a lot. It's like, yeah, there's a little bit of adaptation I could do there, but ultimately, everything I've done up to this point has worked. More of the same going forward.
Yeah, the neutral, the offensive stuff has been working out. Like, maybe you get open a little bit on defense, but that's just the nature of a couple of 50-50s. And then, but now Alethea fighting that 6P. Oh, wow, the burst whiffs. Very unfortunate for Robert.
Oh, now this is really hard for Robert. No meter, no burst to speak of. Like, the burst absolutely whiffs, so there is no burst coming back for quite a while here. Even with mix-ups like Eno's, but now getting burst up, or getting the super through the wall there, keeping it very simple here. Very, very good from Alethea.
Wow. Yeah, at that situation, Robert just had to like guess on those like 50-50 whatnot. Had a little bit of meter, but it just, even in the situation, it's like, if you play around my wire, like it was like, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. Damn. Alethea is doing her best right now. Oh, that was sick. The backdash JK crossing up on the other side. Doesn't look like it's going to hit, but once you stand up into it, you're already in Mix City, baby. And now it's looking really hard for Robert.
Oh wow, finding that opening and now gonna be able to get the wall bounce combo, gonna be able to break the wall here, get that positive bonus, a little bit of meter on deck, and any hit should be able to kill our side. But oh wow, the next hit situation's gonna kill with Alethea. Still at the round advantage. Oh, this is not gonna kill.
Just falls a little bit short here. Gonna be RC. Takes a throw.
Oh,
okay, I couldn't tell when it hit. I couldn't tell when it hit. I was actually like very scared for Alethea for a bit. I'm like, oh, far slash. Well, that beats everything. Oh,
not this time.
Not this time. Not today, Satan.
That was a very good use of the 2K because a lot of the. Granted, I don't know for certain if with Eno, it's not a matchup that I'm super familiar with, but. Far slash, like, you can run into the situation of some moves just low profiling it. I don't know if 2K just is one of those moves, or if it's just faster than the 10 frame far slash after that Vortex situation. So it was just like Alethea knows. Alethea knows whether that situation says, all right, yeah, I'm gonna check it. And even if Robert like respects that, you get the block 2K, you get to go for your cancels, you get to get something started. Very good awareness for Alethea to tie up the set right now. 1-1 in this winners finals.
Starting off the trade here, but now pushing towards the corner here. Robert has a great life lead, especially getting the clean hit on top of everything else. That is insane amount of damage. Now the meter is heavily on Robert's side. Already has 50 meter to play around with, and is going to get another 50 before this is all over. Oh, dunks the donuts, and gets 50 meter for it.
I was not ready for dunks the donuts. He came right back into it with the slam jam.
Finally, the chaos dunk coming into the fighting games. We've been waiting for so many years. Fafnir pushing, but nice 6P. Probably to bait out for another Fafnir situation, but still, it stops Robert in their tracks. And now, but still, Alethea has not fought their way out of the corner yet, so she really needs to take the opportunity to get out, especially with that risk gauge going up.
You know, absolutely. Definitely is one of the, like, in this matchup, you're trying not to block Soul that much. You need to get your offense started, or you need to just, like, avoid him in the neutral situation. That's a clean hit DP. And Robert is not wanting to use the 6H for the additional damage. Instead, really likes the Oki situation. But, ooh, the command throw. You know she's the best grappler in the game, right?
Yeah. Gordo just nodding from the back. Yeah, I know how that goes. Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. Finding that opening was very big, and now round 3 here. Both players will be able to see their burst potentially, depending on how the match goes, obviously. A lot of pressure started, and now, yeah, recognizing it's minus, going to be able to backdash off. Oh, this is a huge damage
This is insane.
Yeah,
amount
gets
of
the
damage.
clean hit. The super. Oh, are you dead?
I think you might be
you
dead.
You're
Oh!
dead. Oh, shake his hand.
Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
Shake his hand. GG.
The soul smokes a cigar. I need this.
Oh my goodness, that was so much, and that's why you don't blog Soul.
You're right. But it's like, what's the alternative? Well, die to soul in 2 hits instead of 1.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh. But still, nonetheless, that is still amazing. Not to sell Robert's play short. Definitely did all the pressure strings. Definitely established all these sort of warning signs throughout everything to force Alethea on the blocking side of things. Alethea was not pressing buttons, being really patient, and Robert got the payoff from that over the course of the 10 to 15 seconds of forcing Alethea to block. So still, a very good situation earned by Robert.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Robert has been doing a really good job, like, even though, like, you know, if you're looking at it from, like, oh, what got the hit, and just looking at strictly off of that, it's like, okay, yeah, I've got the hit, haha, funny damage. But, like, Robert's been doing a very good job of mixing up, like, what he's doing on offense, where to apply, like, these low damage options just to get these, just to get pressure going, so you can get these big hits, you can get these big dumps, and you can get that Twitter clip.
Right. Yeah. that's the true importance of this game. Whether you get not paid or not from the tournament, marginal. Where you get retweeted for doing that cool stuff in tournament, that's a lifetime, baby.
Absolutely. How many engagements will you get for landing the funny combo? But now gets it again, and now, oh yeah, oh wow, unfortunate. The 6H just leaving Alethea with that little bit of a pixel. It was not able to get to the start. Robert on set point right now.
Yeah, and now this is very, very hard for Alethea. I think Robert, I mean, after a combo like that, you definitely have to have a lot of just like, I'm feeling pretty good about myself, I'm confident in my options, I'm happy to play my game now, and you can just see Robert, and every single interaction here, just slowly pushing Alethea towards the corner here, and Alethea just fighting to keep out of there, and actually finding a lot of success right now.
Yeah, able to get the mix up there. Oh yeah, just gonna go for the super. Believes it's gonna kill. If not, oh, just barely off it, but it will set up for the 50-50.
Yeah.
Goes for the hover low.
Yeah, safe jump in and keep it a low, which catches the jump, which catches the backdash, which catches most options besides just blocking low, which is scary when you see someone hover dashing at you. Like great 6P to go through the far slat, or the 6S. That is actually a nerf on the soul side of things. Thank goodness.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, gonna be able to get this big combo. Oh yeah, able to burst out, and now that's all we're gonna see of that burst. Oh, the JH connects. Oh, was it ready for it? You can see where Robert was like, wait, that actually hit?
Yeah, wait, crap, I'm not supposed to be this far away.
Yeah. And it's also just the use of Alethea using that barrier to her advantage. For hover dash, goes for the throw. Nice backdash from Robert. Gonna be able to go for the RC, get the wall bounce, like good the reverse combo here. Oh wow, did it go for it? Instead of just opting for the OK situation. Goes for the low and the OTG, and just like that, the quick cancel off of the 5K1 goes for the sweep, gets the OTG. Robert going into the grand finals.
Yeah.
Winner's side.
And I mean, it score-wise, yes, it was the 3-1, but every match, Alethea was definitely, she was in there and playing extremely well. And I think really doing a great job of counterplaying Robert as much as she possibly could. Extremely defensive, extremely patient, and unfortunately that did get killed in one of those rounds. And I think that kind of set the precedence of like, okay, maybe I can't win off of just good defense. Maybe I have to play against this player a little bit more, and I think that's where Robert is just the most comfortable.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, and just great showing from Alethea, like clearly, like bringing each game down to just a nail biter. So very good stuff, and she is not out of the bracket. She will be playing the winner of our next match on stream. It's going to be Yurikov, the very strong melee we saw earlier. Does have the Axel in case doesn't feel like playing melee versus Chip. I'm not entirely sure how this matchup goes, but on the other side plays Chip, the most disrespectful man in the bracket.
Yeah.
Chocolate Atomica. Got that atomic sandal just tossing it at people right now.
Just yucking it everywhere. Just like that true mom favor. That true mom energy. Love it. Alright, I'll move that over there. Sweet. But once again, thank you all for the support. I've been seeing your hosts come through and the falls and everything like that. Once again, thank you all for your support. But make sure that the people at Vortex Gallery gets your support most and foremost, because I'm just more of a stand-in at this time. Yes, I stream on the side here, so if you like my voice on a personal level, feel free to come back at any time. I'd love to have you. But otherwise, make sure that you support Vortex Gallery. Make sure you hit that Matcherino, and make sure that you give Guzman Gaming 1 a follow instead, because they were supposed to originally stream the tournament, and unfortunately things came up their way. Their internet crapped itself just as Spectrum would.
Yeah, no, that the internet exploded. There's like things to fix up in the bracket and whatnot. It was like everything that you could possibly imagine that could go wrong happened, but we're still here, and we're about to have a great set here between a Chocolate Taco versus Yurikov. All right, gonna be able to get the pick up there now in the corner. Yurikov opts for the early burst. It's a good option to burst early in this game, just because you're able to see that burst like swiftly into the second round if it does go south for you. All right, tries to go fancy with it, but the flower's gonna bloom right on top of him. The 2H will barely connect, unfortunately, because I don't think the full pickup. Chocolate Taco trying to go for the mix-ups. Nice use of the JH, gets the hit, uses that to run in for the schmix-up. Oh, I love it!
Chocolate Taco has definitely played a few millions in their time, using the BRC from the get-go on the Okazeme to go up, elevator on up, and just float on and throw Yurikov down.
Yeah, no, that was definitely like, there's so many layers to like, that, like, on paper, BRC is like a very difficult thing to actually pull off properly, but now with the RC here, gonna be able to get the burst out. Yurikov finds the bait, you gotta be able to get something started here, gets the OTG, able to get a little bit of pressure started. PRC to keep it all safe, double overhead, gonna crack the wall here, yeah, break it for the positive bonus, and now both players are looking quite good right here. Oh,
ooh. And the Rekka, the first hit of the Rekka will do it. That move is very unpredictably fast, especially to throw it at neutral there. Moves for it just enough to catch you off guard. And Chocotomica takes the first round, or first match here against Yurikov.
Yeah, and like that BRC situation, like, I just gotta note how disrespectful that is from Chocotomica.
Right.
BRC has startup frames. Like, you can't, like, if and the thing is Yurikov can make that a safe jump, but Chocotomica is like, I think you're gonna air dash or, like, try to do something here, and I'm just gonna BRC up and just, like, disrespect you entirely. Oh, it's so... Chocotomica's just playing ridiculously right now, and I love it.
Yeah, just absolutely insane. Just throwing out every option. Like, you feel like you have every single option, case in point. But there's always another option on Chocotomica's side. Like, oh my gosh.
He backdash 3 times to stay in front of Yurikov in 16.
God, just... Chocotomica is just really living their best life right now. And you love to see it, right? It's so, so good.
I love him. All right, but finding this opportunity, the super will connect, and that's gonna
that will kill.
Able to, yeah, I was thinking that maybe he's gonna be on the wall, but no, able to get off the wall, but not gonna work out in his favor though. Far slash, just start things off, just contest the round, and yeah, just using that dive kick, gonna be plus and gonna be able to connect to the 2K2D. Plus frames from the clone into the throw. Chocotomica's just getting everything started.
Alright, YRC here, the kind of turn back here. Just doesn't even care about having the corner. Just cares about getting the next mix-up. Next tricks mix-up. Oh my gosh, that was so me that it was tricky to look at. I think Yurikov probably saw it come out really early and thought, I can throw because they messed up by being too early. And no, Chocotomica is just completely on point right now, playing out of their goddamn mind.
You know, Chocotomica definitely is like just presenting all these different options, and it's like the point where it's like, this player's been mad disrespectful this entire bracket. Just doing this, doing that. And it's like, oh, look at the dude, he just called him out. Like, with the, oh my goodness, the rising JPs, alright.
Oh my gosh, alright. Goes on here, backdashes out with the BRC, rushes back in. Just every opportunity Choco has to get back in has been used so cleanly, especially with system mechanics on top of everything else. I've been really impressed with their system mechanics this entire time.
You know, absolutely. And finding this opening, good rep for Yurikov, going to be most damage possible, I want to say. And now, going to be able to reset it back into the neutral. The Alpha Blade and diagonally going to be able to get the opening, and that's going to be it. off the additional damage from the wall break. Chocolate Atomica 2-0 right now over Yurikov.
How did Chocolate Atomica get into loser's side?
I want to say, I'm curious. Started out, it was before the top 8.
Yeah.
Who said? Oh, romantic style.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if there was a player who could do it, Romantic Style is definitely the one who could do it. With every single conversion in turn against Chocolate Atomica, you know, Chocolate Atomica is playing very wild, does make mistakes, but makes them in such specifically weird ways that it's really hard to confirm off of. But we saw Romantic Style confirming off of like 5p into a single hit super. Yeah, that's definitely the kind of counterplay that you need to do against Chocolate Atomica.
Yeah, it's definitely all about corralling the beast right now, and it just right now, we're gonna see if Yurikov is gonna be able to do that here. Gonna be able to early burst. Gonna be able to get things started again for Chocolate Atomica. Now, 100 meter to work with. What's it looking like? Just a wall break. Gets the Oki. What's the situation?
The safe jump situation, no need. Just gonna RC, open up just by running in and going low. Keep it very simple against Chocolate Atomica. Yurikov taking a very quick first round.
Yeah, Jeff, that's definitely like you're thinking so much about what I'm gonna do after this in this Oki situation that you aren't ready for just the mid.
Right.
Oh, no, very good throw there. Gonna be able to get the air to air, and now just both players just retreating to the air and trying to find their like good situations. Nice use the fast RC. Wall isn't gonna break, and wants to keep him in the corner. Finds the opening though. Yurikov counter hit the trade on the situation. R/connects, but no full confirm. Gonna be able to break the wall here with the disc. What's the 50-50?
All right, BRCs again. Oh, that's gonna be good damage there.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good option. We see Yurikov go for the throw against the alpha blade and the horizontal one, and it's a very good option to call out Chocolate Atomica doing that. But then it's the biggest thing is it's countered by the diagonal version. Oh my god!
Gosh, that's such good damage. What a good anti-air situation. Yurikov really ready for it. Yurikov's landed 3 of the great big wheels throughout this whole setup. Yurikov is starting to warm back up, I think is what it is. I mean, Chocolate Atomica did come off of a previous match there, so a little bit more warm up in the hands aspect, so...
Yeah, no, definitely Chocolate Atomica definitely was a little bit hotter, but now we're going to see Yurikov definitely getting on the board and gonna find, like, that's something you needed, right? You needed to just put a little bit of the halt on just the amount of, like, the steam train that's just going off the tracks right now with Chocolate Atomica. You need to halt it a little bit. You need to take it's like, okay, you're good. You're on that hot stuff, but you need you to dial it back a little bit, you know?
Right.
Put the raids on the beast.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, you can only go full blast for so long, especially on a 1st-to-3 set where, yeah, eventually they can sniff out a few things that you like to do here and there. And I saw it a little bit earlier, Yurikov dashed for extra long before hitting close slash because they were definitely expecting the backdash to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice use of that 6P. Recognizing Chocolate Atomica does like to go for a lot of that air approach, able to get that 6P going. And now able to get this full combo. Didn't opt for the heavy disc setup, instead just going for a traditional mix-up, but that, oh wow, that hit so weird, but was able to get the full confirm from it. Yurikov wake up super, pressed a button, yes, you did.
Absolutely. Now Yurikov, once again, just kind of, you're seeing a little bit more of that warming up, a little bit more of that privy to what Chocolate Atomica likes to do. You see, yeah, you're starting to see that extra long run-in aspects and just running against Chocolate Atomica, making sure that they don't press anything or don't backdash against anything. Just, there's a lot of confidence in what Yurikov is doing here, and it is paying off in dividends right now. Nice 6P early on there, case in point.
Alright, yeah, no, finding that opening, trying to go for the air to air again, and now, oh, unfortunate that third close slash did end up whiffing, and that's a big drop, but able to find the opening here once again, yeah, and able to adjust it with that little bit of movement. The 6H to get that big counter hit on Chocolate Atomica, I want to say was trying to get that DP, was unfortunately not able to get it, and Yurikov with tied up 2-2.
Yeah, like, I feel like I just updated the score. I'm like, wow, oh, well, okay, let me get back in there real quick here.
Yeah, I mean, like we've said it like before, like Chocolate Atomica definitely is playing very aggressive, is very much trying to be the pace setter. Like, I don't want, like, he does not want his opponent to have a say in the matter of, like, what's going on in the neutral. Like, he's gonna do something, you're gonna have to you're going to block it, you're gonna do something so that way he's able to get something started. And the biggest way to counteract that is like it's just like train running at you, and if you're able just to throw something in front of it, just to like halt the tracks a little bit, you know, make him stop and play your game, that's where it's gonna be detrimental. And Chocolate Atomica pressing those buttons, try to get those DPs, try to call them out, and Yurikov saying, "Oh, I know what you're doing now. Let me show you some adaptation."
Right, and yeah, just that's the great thing about these long sets, the adaptation overall over the course of time here, and especially, you know, watching Chocolate's matches throughout the event too. You know, there's no missing the matches at this point. And I think Yurikov is really starting to pay off here. You're starting to see, like, Yurikov keeping a lot closer to Chonkrika, making those, like, reads about, okay, you're going to jump here. You're comfortable jumping here. I'm following you in with your jumps and everything and so on and so forth. So it's definitely paying off, and Yurikov is definitely trying to play out that range here and there. But, oh, Chonkrika is really still trying to fight it out as hard as they can.
Yeah, like, it's definitely a case where Yurikov is definitely showing that adaptation, showing that I could party with the party animal. But like, how can you keep up with, sometimes, you know, it goes from a party animal to, you know, Andrew WK.
Right, yeah!
Alright, and now see, how will Yurikov be able to come back from this, or is this going to be lights out right now? Set point here for Chocolate Atomica, finding a lot of these mix-up opportunities.
And yeah, one thing I'm seeing a lot of now from Atomica is that they're trying to go for a lot of J2Ks, and it's working wonders this Yurikov. Yurikov seems to have lost an answer more than anything else against the J2Ks, especially Yurikov being airborne for so long.
Yeah, absolutely. Try holding up again just to try to call the option, and now far slash able, like, Yurikov is definitely afraid to contest a lot of what Atomica is doing, just because of the fact of, like, really, like, trying to party hard, but able to get the save jump. That broke the wall?
Wow, that was from so far away. BRC's out of the situation, and the very slow 2H gets beaten out. Yurikov takes the second round, and both of them are now on match point.
Yeah, this is down to the wire between these two. A BRC for a BRC, a 2H is going to cause a launch. Going to be able to get a little bit started here. Just like that. Yeah, now it's down to the wire, and Yurikov at the life deficit right now.
Nice jump out.
Yeah, nice jump out, but it recovers so fast, not able to get the push. Nice block on the 6K, able to get the knockdown. Oh, trade.
Atomica, very happy to make the DP trade right there, whether it hits or not. Absolutely fine with it. That's the kind of answer that you need to have at this point in the matchup. Ready to bait out and do everything, and baits out the gold burst from extremely far away. Now, everything is out on the table. Both of them not having meter quite yet, but Atomica is going to be the first one to get it.
Yeah, oh my goodness, yeah, the mix-up. Nice block on the cross-up. Plus frames, jumps with it.
Oh my gosh, Yurikov is blocking, gets the mix-up. Here we go. This is it. Kid Chococon. Oh my gosh, the ball slide into the kill, and Yurikov's defense pays off.
Oh my goodness.
You should pay more attention.
That's what I call a game 5, round 3.
Yeah.
Down to the wire, both players playing their heart out. Just came down to just those small decisions here and there. Even after whiffing the gold burst, able just to keep that composure and just find that opening and get the victory there. Good stuff to Yurikov for closing it out, and we'll be moving on into our top 3. We'll be facing against Althea. Chocolate Atomica also performed very well. Very good stuff, but dang, like, especially on a set like that, that's when you're like, you know what, that was GG's. That's a handshake right there.
Right. That was a well-earned handshake. That's definitely, I think from all angles there, you have to be like, look, everyone played well there. Yes, there was probably an in-game mistake that one or the other is probably frustrated about, but it was a great match overall, and they both combated against each other and played through each other's differences in trying to adapt to one another. And you don't get to see that very often, I feel like, especially in a game like Strive, where you can kind of get steamrolled before anything can get mounted. And I feel like that was truly a match between two players who were really adapting to one another and trying different things along the whole way of the match.
Yeah, and speaking of great amounts, over at that Madrino, Lee dropped that fat 50 on the Madrino, as well as Dr. Dubs with that 10 and 10, well, T-Boat getting the Godshot T for that $5. That a $50 direct donation. Thank you very much, Lee, for supporting the Madrino, and there are still 30 codes left. So even if you don't want to do a direct contribution, you can just go over, hit that claim code. You just log in with your Twitter. It's super easy. Everybody's got one. And just claim that code. It's right now a prize pool of almost $87.
Oh, hey.
Like, I mean, hey, let's get it. Like,
yeah.
each match so far right now is going to be in that top 3. Will be paid out. So these players are paying for the money at this point. Yeah, we got to remake that room.
Yeah, give me a half a second here. But
all good.
While you have a half a second, definitely check out Hitbox.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, check it out over at hitbox.com/Vortex Gallery. Very good stuff from them. Like, it's such a good controller. Like, you have the benefits of the stick, having those buttons, able to be able to do a lot of plinking or a lot of just things that, you know, if you're used to a stick, just that buttons, you're still nice. But, you know, especially as like a former stick player, sometimes like your wrist or whatnot, like you will start hurting a little bit. It could be a little bit taxing on the hands. But now with the Hitbox, you play more ergonomically. It's gonna work out for you much better. So head on over to hitboxarcade.com/Vortex Gallery and save your hands some trouble. But while you're there, while you're over checking out some of these sponsors for the event, we do have 86. Tell them about 86.
No, you tell them because I'm like,
okay.
Really sorry. Sorry.
My bad. So you're over at 86.com, you can use VRTXBB2021 to get that 10% coupon code on some fantastic Blaze Blue and Guilty gear, clothing, shirts, art pieces, things like that. Make sure to check out their full catalog. You got that great Soul shirt. There's like a Leo shirt I got at one of the events, so it's very comfortable. All good things from over there, so make sure to check them out over at 86.com. And if you're interested in any of the offline tournaments going on, we do have in this coming weekend, or this next weekend, whatever you want to call it, October 8th through 10th, we have Pinnacle over at Vancouver. So if you're in that Canada area, PNW, make sure to check that out. There's 30K in prize pools. It's ridiculous. Just got to support that Strive action with that 4K pot. Check them out. If you're not able to go over there and compete, make sure to head on over to tgs.gg Pinnacle, see who's all competing, and make sure to check out, I assume they're going to have some streams, so check them all out.
You're absolutely royalty. Thank you for that.
Not a problem.
You tell about it. No.
You tell about it. Well.
I don't feel like telling them about it. Not because they're a bad product or anything, that they're a wonderful product, wonderful people, have actually gotten to meet the owner of 86. So I know they're wonderful through and through.
Oh, nice. But now, this loser's final match, whenever this will be, going on to meet Robert, the Menace.
The Menace. I like that. Robert the Menace. You know what I would like to see, honestly? Robert versus Chonkwika Atomica. That would have been a wild match.
Oh, yeah, that would have been goofy. But now we're going to have Yurikov versus Althea. So both these players have been playing very well so far in the bracket. The big thing about this is this matchup, the other characters will be doing a ton of damage to the other. It's just more so the fact that both are going to be like death by 1,000 strikes. Like, both have very strong mix-up options. So if you get counter hit with a Stroke the Big Tree, it will lead to a ton of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of in this matchup here, yes, they both have the same ideologies of like knockdown mix up, but I feel like overall in the current meta of the game, overall Ino's mix up is just a lot better. It's a lot more offensive when you get things going. Going into airborne is extremely good, and when it comes to neutral situations, Ino is extremely good at stopping people who are running in. So that is a lot of things that Amelia Rage wants to do here. But it doesn't matter. If you can't block the mix up, you can't block the mix up. Nothing changes. The more things change, the more things stay the same.
Absolutely, yeah. No, just like that. Wow, the 6P just able to recover in time, and the throw will be enough. Yurikov with a pixel of life is able to close out the first round of this set. Oh, nice use of the Stroke the Big Tree to call out just that round start mid, like, poke, that being the 6P. I assume they would also call it the Far Slash. And another gold burst. Yurikov very good at timing these gold bursts and a super.
Oh, but hasn't been to cancel out. But the force slash actually prevents the run. And again, like we kind of talked about earlier, just using a lot. Aino has a lot of moves to prevent dashing in, and that takes off a huge tool when it comes to Milia.
No, absolutely, and just like that, like Yurikov able to find that opening, gets things started, and now the mixerization station is gonna happen, and just like that, breaking the wall is gonna reset back to the neutral situation here. But the double opening, the burst will come out, and this is even. Oh my goodness, that worked out very well for Yurikov.
Yeah, maybe just fearing the land and throw situation from Alethea. Yurikov just goes straight for the close slash, covers so many options. Yeah, if they block, cool, that starts my mix-up game. Did they not block or jump? Cool, that starts my combo, and all I need is one more hit anyway, so real easy to go from there. Very, very good stuff from Yurikov, and just insane meter management for Yurikov, getting 2 gold bursts in a single match. That's so good.
Yeah, no, that's definitely like just you can see Yurikov's like comfort with like using the gold bursts and just a general comfort in like a lot of this matchup. Even in like that last situation, even if things don't go your way and you end up like losing that round, you still have a round to give and you force the burst out. So they won't be having that burst until like the very end where it's like that next touch kill sort of situation. So very good decision making, very good things from Yurikov coming out. We're gonna see what Althea is gonna respond with. She's definitely not out of it by any means. Like, still great showing from in those matches, and we're gonna see how that's gonna apply right now with the +5, able to get the overhead, early burst out, and the counter trade up to extended hitbox. Very nice.
Yeah, no, there we go. Speaking of expanding her boxes there, the 6P doing major work from the full range JS from Milia. And now we get maximally punished, going for the super into the corner here, force the block to stroke the big tree. And now it's just so much available on Lethea's side, gaining meter, gaining position, and it's just going to be very hard for Yurikov to come back after this situation right now.
Yeah, tries to set out that chemical left, but Yurikov able to jump out in time, was not respecting that pressure situation. Oh, and yeah, finding the right angles to jump over the chemical love and just get something started here.
Gosh, he's trying to go for that anti-air situation. Go for the JP. Very, very smart position from Lethea, but unfortunately, just not enough. But gets one more mix-up situation. Looks like Yurikov might be able to take this with the wall splat and the wall break. Yurikov going up a round on this second match here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Great decision there to do the no mix-up. Like, oh, you think I'm going to cross up, but actually, going to throw now. Going to find that opening. Yurikov able to get another mix-up situation started here, but just pressuring out, and oh my goodness, run up, and because of how, like, Ino's dash low to the ground, that means the close slash is going to be optimal. If the burst is on the table, try to bait it out. Oh my goodness, and just like that, we're not able to burst!
Yo, the double discus looking windjammers right now. Yurikov going up too against Alethea. And let's be fair here. We're getting to the end of the night. So they've been playing for hours still. They've definitely been going through the gauntlet of different players and having to adapt to every single one in first to 3 sets. That is a lot of energy to be expending out, and maybe Alethea is starting to reach the end of her personal energy box just a little bit. She has been taking breaks appropriately throughout the tournament, asking for a few minutes and whatnot, which is very, very good on her behalf. But ultimately, we are all still human and have our different limitations here and there.
You know, absolutely, especially is the case where, like, a lot of these, like, especially whenever it comes down to, like, what characters you're fighting, it can be very, like, draining on what, like, what you're thinking about. And especially against like Milia is a character that like you're gonna find yourself thinking a lot against, just because even though like yeah she's not like gonna explode you that one hit or things like that, you're gonna have these situations where it's like yeah like right there you're worried about everything, and then suddenly the charged dust is gonna come out and it's gonna lead to tons of damage and really get things started. No, Alethea also is not a unfamiliar to this situation. Like most of her games have come back with a 3-0 sweep.
That's true though. You're absolutely right. Like when she finally has her back towards the corner, the Lion finally fights back, and it might be one of those situations again. It's looking that way already here. Gonna get 50 meter. The next mix-up should be able to do it. And yeah, that is it. 50 meters to explode through the wall. Alethea gets on the board here, making sure that she puts a damn good fight up, if anything else.
Yeah, and now finding this opening, Yurikov. Oh, nice block from Athena, and just able to contest out. the 5Ks coming out to play. Yeah, that's a good option to show. Just faking out that the dash cancel and going for a throw. Very good option. The schmixization station coming in. Oh wow.
Jumping back out of it again. Yurikov has been doing a great job of going straight to victory. Between close slash, throwing, and jumping out of the situation, Yurikov has gotten just so much mileage off of stroke of victory, whiffing and otherwise. And that's like extremely good and important part about establishing your offense against a character like Ino.
Oh, absolutely. And just like that, now like get out to round 3, game 3. Set point for Yurikov and a gold burst to work it out, some meter to work with. The counter hit that means you're gonna have to use that YRC to get out of the defensive situation. That you do. Althea uses the burst. Now they're both neutral on burst. That entire 5-feet?
Yeah, that was good. And now this is just a great situation all in all because Alethea forced Yurikov to use all their meter, use their burst, use everything to keep their advantage, and was able to burn through all that and get the damage back. Yurikov was just on such a back foot, and Alethea, she gets onto the board for the first of this set so far.
Yeah, with the perfect no less. Like,
yeah.
that was definitely a like that last round, just everything was looking up Millhouse.
Yeah.
Like using the gold burst so that way, even gold burst is a very strong option. Getting that 100 meter is very good. But in the same vein, like the moment you're losing that burst for in case you are getting hit, then if you're using your PRC, that means you're not gonna have things to like defend yourself against like Althea. And the moment you just are running out of these resources, you're having to hold these 50-50s, that's where she's comfortable.
Duel 1.
And now game.
Let's see if this comfort is able to move into this next match here. Because once again, like you mentioned, a lot of Alethea's matches have come back from being 0-2 and pushing it back all the way. And even Glaw in the chat was saying, comeback time, let's go. Like, business as usual type of situation. So let's see if Yurikov is able to keep this pressure up, or if Alethea is actually at a cover point high enough to be able to take down Yurikov. Oh, great confirm.
Yeah, fantastic confirm now. Going to be able to just get that neutral situation. Does have a lot of meter to work with now. Be able to find that. Oh yeah, just like that. Doing a lot of these like jump forward, like just one jump H's, just to contest that airspace that I know does love to cover. A couple of stroke of big tree, get a little bit neutral going on, and just try to find this opening. The gold burst again. You're great timings with these gold bursts, just constantly finding that opening.
Just so much damage off it. Getting the full conversion, being next to the wall but not breaking it. This time for real, it's going to be a break on the wall. Oh, you get all that meter back moving forward here. And one more situation will do it. Nice block on the goal burst. Yurikov, the massive goal burst, doing them and baiting them all at the same time. And Yurikov moves on into grand finals.
You should pay more attention.
Yeah, that was just really good play from Yurikov at the very end there. Just caught, like, finding those openings, just playing around Althea's, like, defensive habits, and just like solidifying that. And like we saw with the Chocolate Atomica, the last mix-up possible to be like, okay, this is going to win me the set, is just the after throw Oki, heavy disc, throw. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, this is the time you're going to see Yurikov use that is to close out these clutch situations, and it's your conditioned to think about all these other things, and by the time you realize, oh wait, you haven't used throw yet, it's too late.
It's just like, oh, you feel your brain release a little bit after matches like those two. You're just like, oh yeah. I kind of realize how on fire my brain is considering every single possible option. Does this look like the other thing that may have happened? It wears on you. It absolutely wears on you as a tournament player. And that's something to keep in mind if you ever go into any other tournaments, stream chat. Just always remember that everyone has a brain that will get overloaded at some point. And some players like playing on the offensive enough so they don't have to be on that point. But once you get them there, they will run out of steam just like any other player will.
Yeah,
one more thing too, but go ahead.
No, the big thing with like a lot of tournaments, like understanding what your opponent's trying to do, like especially like if they're trying to get into your head, if they're trying to make you overthink situations, or they're trying to make you like really think about certain things, or like just change the way you're thinking about it, like that could be a big factor. But one of the biggest factors when it comes to like tournaments, it's something I could suggest all the time, offline, online, and whatnot, is have a snack. have a snack with you, because getting that, like, you're burning a lot of like sugar, like doing all the thinking and doing all this and that. So just having like an apple, a banana, is just something good just to replenish your natural sugars. And just like, yeah, hydrate, all good stuff. Like just to, so that way, especially after a long turn, like right now, Yurikov's definitely gonna need an apple after this one. But finding that counter hit, Robert trying to go for the speed run, but Yurikov opts the burst.
Amelia, any percent. But nice throw back into the, well, not back into the corner here, but still gonna get the mix up regardless of anything. Gonna throw again, just really abusing Robert's inability to block into the corner here. Just gonna make the most of it. And we have to remember, Yurikov did just come fresh off of the match. Robert has probably been waiting out just a little bit. And let's see if they're able to warm up enough to prevent Yurikov from making the comeback here.
They're on just the right gauge on the distance and able to get the full combo, tying up that life total. And now, like, I mean, the meter advantage is going to your. Ooh, that whip! That's ridiculous.
I know. I lost my bones on that one.
He tries to go for the PRC. Oh, God! Oh, got caught jumping. Oh my goodness, very unfortunate for Robert. Yurikov loves to see it.
Yeah, Yurikov definitely happy about that. Has definitely been using the Wheel of Fortune just so well and bankrupting their opponents the entire way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And one thing that we haven't noted just yet is that with all of this, like, Yurikov came off that set, is gonna have to like hot, so Robert's gonna need to warm up. But Robert does have a set to throw away. He is in the winner's side. Yurikov has to win 6 games in order to beat Robert, whereas Robert only needs 1 set. Oh my goodness.
God, Yurikov just standing there, slightly outside of DP range, is like, hey, try it, find out what happens. And Robert did mess around and find out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, just like that, able to land, get that throw, and that's a very good start for Yurikov. Seeing the hot hands coming into play, but will Robert warm up in time before the set it's over? Let's find out. I haven't seen how quick Robert adapts to a lot of like the player tendencies, so we're gonna have to see if that's gonna come in quick and if it's gonna be just how this is gonna play out, and how Yurikov is gonna adjust to this.
Yeah, and that's gonna always be the big thing. Do they adjust to kind of Robert warming up, and does Robert adjust to, okay, here's how Yurikov plays when they're comfortable. Can I break that and give myself enough room to actually warm up and get my own pace going? So I think that'll be kind of the interesting part here. But Yurikov, I think, has done a great job shuffling their options through here throughout the whole tournament, and in a very comfortable and safe way that most opponents have not been able to keep up in that regard. Case in point, baiting out the DP, then baiting out the burst on top of everything else, and that was just, I don't know what side that was on, so I'm spitting mad now.
Yeah, this is all like the first 10 seconds of the second round, the second match. Oh my goodness, yeah, this is gonna be able to get enough damage off of that wall break to close out round 1. Robert has half that burst gauge. We'll be able to see the burst potentially, but it's like, it's gonna be at the very end. Oh, that's a huge counter hit. Yeah, you have to burst that. Alright, able to find, just able to go back into the air, go throw whips, go for another throw. Able to get something started here.
Oh, there it is. That move that is very rarely used by Yurikov, using that cancel into the slide dash move. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but has started using it now late in the tournament because they have not used it this entire time.
Yeah, if they have used it, it's very rare. But now, just especially now against Robert. Oh yeah,
There's no meter to cancel.
Yeah, try to press a button after, like, you're trying to, you got a big gap in that button, my friend. Let me show you something.
Right.
And just like that, Yurikov's up 2-0. Yurikov's looking very nice. Robert's gonna have to just adjust mad quick on how, like, what Yurikov wants to do. And we know that you want to go over to that Matcherino before this tournament's over and just use those last coupon codes. There's a few left. I want to say it's like 30 left. And just go over there and just claim those prizes.
Yeah, much appreciated, because right now Yurikov is trying to run a speed run on any Soul any percent. So make sure you do it now, because you might be out of time sooner than you know. So take the time to support these players, get that free Matcherito code in there, get more 30 more cents to the scene, and I will greatly love you forever.
You know, absolutely. Try to get the Matcherito into like that 100. That flat 100 would be nice to see. But now, a big counter hit, good burst. Out. One more for the road.
Yeah, here you go, son. You got 99 problems, and far slash is one.
It's just, oh my god, yeah, this is gonna be an RC situation. Not close enough to the corner to be, like, get all the damage possible. And, oh wow, the block on this slash volcanic viper. Gonna try to get something started. Yeah, cross up into a throw. Try to play around that DP with all of his life. Yurikov finds that super.
And I think the one thing that Yurikov's rush right now is right there, the burst. Wants to get that burst so that even if they go into the next round, they have a great advantage. But it does suck that they made it that far, one mix-up away, and the DP comes out in the last second there. Very unfortunate for Yurikov, but still a great situation going into the second round here.
You know, it's very, and that's something to note about this matchup is like some particular setups with the disc setup for heavy disc, just straight up lose to Soul's DPs just because of how, like, landing recovery and, like, whatnot work out. So, you, like, if Robert's aware of what's going on, he could just, like, get so much damage off of it, and it's, Yurikov's been showing minimal signs of using those, like, setups or playing around the very nice, like, playing around that burst.
Yeah, Yurikov's a master of burst right now. Like, every single burst has gone so much in Yurikov's favor. It's disgusting. That is coming second nature for them right now, and I am just thoroughly impressed with that sort of clean play around every single burst, gold or blue or otherwise.
Yeah, oh my goodness, and yeah, just mixing up the options that Yurikov is showing with just, like, when do I use the heavy disc? When do I not use the heavy disc? Like, almost everybody's expecting that heavy disc to come out, and in the moment Robert doesn't see that, he's like, oh geez, what, like, it's like you have something less to worry about, and it's so much more worrying.
Yeah, because it's like, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? This isn't optimal. This is not optimal.
It's like, wait, no, this isn't the setup. Where's the disc?
Yeah,
what's happening?
This?
And then just like that, though, off of a very swift 3-0, resetting the bracket, Yurikov's looking nice.
Yeah, like, insanely so. I'm thoroughly impressed. I thought at this point, Robert's like, okay, I'm starting to get some of the matchup now and everything like that, but I almost feel like Robert is even more on the back foot than they were when they started the whole set. Like, I'm seeing all those bursts getting baited. That feels awful. A lot of the mixes are starting to work out, discless or disc full, and just Yurikov is just able to take all these very just growing risks against a Soul player, and that is saying a lot about the confidence vibing through Yurikov right now.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, is that if you're not playing with this confidence, if you're not playing, like, if you're not playing with this, like, mental, like, fortitude that, like, your options are going to be right and you know what the opponent's gonna do, then you're gonna, like, it's gonna show in your play. You're gonna be more passive, and that's what Soul loves. So establishing this dominance is a very important thing. Nice use of that 5K to create that counter hit trade. Gold burst now. That means that Robert finds this opening. He doesn't have to worry about that defensive option. Did he press the button?
He did!
Yes, he did.
And one thing I actually want to say about Yurikov's gold burst situation has been using with their back into the corner, and then immediately going to hair car afterwards. If it touches, mix up city. If it doesn't touch, I'm out of the corner because you jump. That's the only way to get out of that situation. And Yurikov has been using that as such a utility move. I'm thoroughly impressed with that setup, like, by itself. I have never seen it used so calmly as I have with Yurikov.
Yeah, and it's like, you have all, like, Yurikov's playing this incredibly well, but Robert, like, definitely whenever he's able to get those openings is, like, just getting tons of reward off of it. But just Yurikov right now is showing, like, I'm not gonna let you get many opportunities. You have to capitalize, like, off of anything you get. And just like that, you can see now, Yurikov doing the right option, just double jumps, air dashes, just trying to, like, let Robert have no option here. 5H of the banner revolver, tries to go for the scoop, but jumping a lot. Yurikov able to get his way out. The burst is on deck. Baits it out. Yeah.
It doesn't stop, Bojack! It doesn't stop!
It does not stop. And just like the license.
Yeah, this license doesn't stop. Bojack, it doesn't stop.
It's like that's the thing though. Is like Yurikov is like playing so well and has this read on how like Robert's defense work. And everybody's like, oh, offense, like, you know, the offense is so strong, the offense is ridiculous. What? Yeah, like that's the big thing. But the offense, whenever you have a good offense that is structured, like not like, oh, I'm gonna do this and they don't know how to deal with this. This is like anti-Robert strategy.
Right. That is so exactly catered against Robert right now. Every single time, like, Robert backdashes, there's the close slash to catch it out. Every time Robert tries to burst, there's the blocking situation, the jump cancel that you're from Yurikov. Just every situation has been so highly tailored to Robert that he can wear like a fine pea coat and go out in the city looking nice as hell.
Absolutely, no. Oh wow, he goes for the same shot. That's the other thing. Robert is one to let that volcanic viper rip, and Yurikov is playing around it, and then the burst. Yurikov is just playing so well right now.
I'm thoroughly impressed because you saw Yurikov, okay, do a close slash, waits it out, no burst, went up and throw. Did it again, burst, baited out, confirmed, and went to the confirm anyway. Then close slash because you have no other decisions now. Congratulations, you feel awful about every single thing you've done.
Yeah, oh my goodness, and it's just like, the moment, like, once Robert finds these hits, yeah, it's gonna lead to tons of damage, but like, he's not able to find these hits. He's like, it's just like Yurikov is doing a good job of adjusting when like they're FDing, when they're gonna be using just like jumps, whatnot, and finds these openings now. Even after like that dropped heavy volcanic viper was able to recover from, but just like that, back into the mix, tries to call out any sort of DP, but no dice. Gonna block. Oh yeah, this mix up.
Oh, getting 50 meter again from that positive bonus. Just really pushing forward with that and just saying, cool, I got one mix-up, but I'm well on my way because I've been pressuring this entire time. I've been moving forward this entire time. I'm going to get another 50 meter and times it perfectly with the Bad Moon to get another very tricky mix-up to go 2 up against Robert.
That's the other thing is, that's like the first, outside of combo, that's the first Bad Moon we've seen all tournament from Yurikov for the mix-up. Like, Yurikov's been getting all these openings off the layer 1.
And like, I wouldn't even say Yurikov has been messing around a whole lot with layer 2 and went straight to layer 3. That was just a layer 3 jump over. Like, oh my gosh, Yurikov is just mixing up the options so extremely well after this whole event. Still has a lot left in the tank. That's the scary part about this kind of player. You've been playing for like 3 to 4 hours, and you still have more that you want to show off. All right, the first gold burst against Yurikov has landed since like the beginning of the event, and the first gold burst from Yurikov misses since the beginning of the event. This could be an advent of the things that are going to be changing here going forward.
Yeah, that's one of the things as well, is like we may see it in the case where Robert like is been kind of getting played this grand finals, but when the, you know, back to the corner, this is like the last game that he has, you know, like will something change? How will Robert adjust to the situation? And now any hit could potentially kill for like for Yurikov here. Finds that PRC, not able to get the full combo from it just because of the range. Trying to get something started here. Robert playing so like just hard. It's hard to get something started here. Yeah, the super.
Yeah, no reason not to go for it because you have the meter to cancel out. Gets blocks and makes it afterward. That was very, very good. Oh, that can be punished if you can do a 2S from or 2D from there, but no need at all. Yurikov now on match point.
Yeah, that was just very good play from Yurikov there, and even like Robert had like the idea for the 2H there, well the 6H rather, but it just wasn't at that good timing. Oh wow, yeah, the 3 overheads right now, able to connect with that far slash, and not able to get the defense on these overheads, and just like that, another mix-up. Gonna be put into the corner here. Not gonna break the wall, but it will be a next kill situation
right here. And just, Robert has had enough. I've been next for the last 15 minutes for y'all's entertainment. I'm out. I've had too much of this.
No, I feel this in my bones. Just like that, like People be like, say what you will. You know what happened afterwards. My man said GG's, handshake,
Yeah,
gone.
shake my hand. Shake my hand. You saw Amelia's hand in the air, just like, hey, shake my hand.
Yeah, it's like dang, that's just how it works out. But just like that, say like Yurikov with that fantastic run, and able to just like really just like control the pressure, control everything, and take grand finals from loser side 6-0 against Robert. That's no small feat. Robert's playing really well.
Yeah.
So it just like that, Yurikov will be our grand champion for the NA side of things over here for Vortex Gallery Strive. We do have second place going to Robert. Fantastic play as well. And then third place will be going to Althea. So
Yes.
great stuff. Great stuff to everybody that was involved. Again, like, we had a few technical issues to get things started.
Just a few.
just like a couple of hours of tech issues, but so apologies to the players. Thank you to everybody that came out and stuck around with all that in mind. And Yurikov's happy that they stuck around, because that's a good. And now we do have, it looks like, a Matcherito comment.
You on it?
No, you got it. I can't find it.
Okay. I didn't know if I was specifically supposed to read it. Okay. All right. For the amount from Zero Syndicate, 320 Vortex Gallery Wolf Mug. And also, shout out to Dr. Dubs for the $5 direct contribution, along with hitting the coupon. Yo, much love to all those who have been supporting the tournament throughout and through. You all are absolutely wonderful. And greatly appreciate you joining us. Greatly appreciate all the support, both on my channel, sharing out the stream over Twitterland, doing the host. You all have been awesome and super patient with us. So thank you so much for taking the time to spend your night with Bojack and I.
Absolutely. Like that was a blast. Like, also shout outs to Lee. That's like $50, a $50 direct contribution. Like, let's get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
But yeah, definitely take the time before you head out to use those free Matcherino codes while we still have them. We'd greatly appreciate that. Any support for the Vortex Gallery would absolutely be wonderful. So thank you so much. Good games, everyone. And Bojack, do you want to show yourself a little bit before we head out here?
Sure. Yeah, follow me over on Twitter, YouTube, whatever, Bojack198.
You can put it in the chat, by the way. It's fine.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, no, check it out. I don't upload YouTube videos that often, and I haven't streamed in a few months.
Oh, God.
Check me out on Twitter, though. I tweet every once in a while.
You tweet good stuff. So there it is.
Thank you. How about you? Where can we find you, weirdo?
All right, the comment now, because I'm gonna go back for Zero Syndicate because apparently the comment disappeared, and it was not correct. It's gone now again. It was there, and now it's gone again. So I don't know. I saw it.
Oh my god, it's lunch for Yurikov defeating the Wi-Fi warrior. Sheesh.
Wow.
But it's $10, putting up at $105.66, and you can make it a little bit more if you want to claim these last 29 codes. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma. Get that 30-cent coupon in, and help out the players. But yeah, no, like,
yeah.
Sorry,
I was supposed to show myself. I know. As for myself, obviously you're on my YouTube channel. Wow, great start for me. You're on my Twitch channel right now. I do stream 3 times a week minimum for the most part. So definitely check me out here if you want to hit that follow or anything like that. Much appreciate to have you all here. I don't stream match fighting games as much as I maybe used to, but I still hang out and have a lot of fun with kind of random off games and whatnot, like No More Heroes 3, just finished Hollow Knight, so on and so forth. So happy to have you all here. And hell, like Bojack, I'm always doing commentary everywhere I go for events. Always happy to help out an event. So if you have an event coming up and you're looking for commentators, definitely hit both of us up because we will be very happy to help you all out.
Yeah, hey Pinnacle, like, I have a passport, hey Pinnacle.
My passport's also legal, so just
I actually don't, but we could get one, I just want the offer, man.
I hope so too. I'll do what I have to show myself to them. Besides, apparently, talk to them directly to whoever's the TO behind there.
I'll give a clap for that one. But thank everybody so much for tuning in. Pleasure to commentate with you, and I think we'll be heading out.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think the team has anything more to say. This does conclude Vortex Gallery. So for those of you who've been following throughout these past so many weeks, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate you being a part of Vortex Gallery. It's been a wonderful event for the online worlds, for our online life, I guess is the best way to put that. But for now, we'll be heading out. I'm Ryudo.
I'm Bojack, and have a great night.
Take care, y'all.